I love a buttered biscuit.
Good evening, everybody. My, oh my, wonderful to see you all. Hey, Cynthia, firefighter number 42. Good to see you. Teddy O'Hearn. Good evening, Shizzy and everyone. My dogs rock. Good evening from Farwell, Michigan. Well, welcome. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. For all your highlights from 2020 NBA champions, meet Daniel Barry. Hey everyone, good to see you. Hey JD Starbuck, good to see you, man. I hate physical therapy. Yes, I know, but it is one of the things that you have to do. So you can build up that strength back up. Oh, so Mo and I had a nice conversation today. Hey, how's it going, Tammy? Yes. Good evening, all. Hello, Roxanne. Roxanne, you don't have to. Well, you could always turn the light off. Come on back. I know what I'm talking about. Good to see you. Hey, Michelle Smuck, how you doing? Hello. Oh, and Debbie Morin. Good evening, Shizzy and friends. Oh, we are going to have some fun tonight. As I was saying, just getting ready to say, Mo and I, we talked a little bit earlier today, and we had a really nice conversation. Some of the stuff that we wanted to do, and it sort of comes down to, whenever I was talking with her, I was like, I really enjoyed my stream last night. I had a good time just gaming, and it wasn't that there was a whole lot of people there or anything. Just it was a good time and sort of relaxing, a way to break the monotony, because you cover so many trials and things like that, and after a while you're just like, you know what, it'd be really nice just to have a sort of a night off from news, and just something a little bit different. And so we've got a couple of things planned for you. Good evening, Christine, good to see you, glad you could make it. And so she'll be in here in a little bit if she's feeling up for it. But we were having a little bit of a conversation. It was just like, there's a couple of things I'd like to do, and she was in agreement. She was like, yeah, that sounds like fun. How about this? And sort of shot some things back and forth, because it's all about getting us derailed and making us laugh our asses off for at least a couple hours, and just enjoying life, bringing back the fun in all of this. Because that's what we should be doing, is having fun. No stress, no drama, just nice, good wholesome fun. And so like I said, we've got a couple of things, and if it gives you any idea some of the stuff we'll be doing. Hey, Welsh lady. Hey there, Shizzy Chat. Enjoy the gaming stream. Fell softly asleep to it. Did you follow the guy who wouldn't move on his horse to somewhere safe though? No, it was a glitch in the game. I had to shut down the game and restart it again. It was so weird. Once I did that, I had to do the mission again, but I was able to get through it. It was weird. I did lose my deer though. Oh well, it happens. Don't sweat the small stuff on these. They're just games. There's a couple other ones that I wanted to play. Oh, they'll be so much fun. And of course, we've got another one that the chat, if we had enough people in here, we would probably, so putting the fun into dysfunctional then. Yes, you have got it. Putting the fun in dysfunctional. I love it. Hey, D. Robinson. Hey, Knock. Good to see you. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's going to be, there's a couple of games, and the cool part about some of these games that we'll do, they're more like, mind benders to see how we can sort of mess the other person up. And it's, they don't cost you anything to play, but you get to participate. And some of them can last you, 20 minutes, minutes, an hour. Most of the time you're just having fun, just laughing your ass off at the silliness of it. And some of them can get a little spicy, just a little bit spicy. Um, have to be careful what you're doing. Because it is YouTube, and they do have certain rules, but we also have some stuff that's a little more interesting. And then we're gonna do probably some police body cam footage and comment on it and laugh and get some humor out of other people being complete goofballs, because that's what we have. You don't know how much that's been on my mind today. I just wanted you both to get to safety. That's weird for me. I was so relaxed though. Well, and that's the beauty of it, Wellesley. You don't have to be into video games to get in there and chat and make fun and laugh and go, well, why did you turn left? Why did you ride your horse down the side of a mountain and delete your horse? It's like that. You're like, why did you do that? It's not even about completing the game. It's just watching somebody be silly and stupid and have fun. But whenever I say stupid, I don't mean like dumb or ignorant or anything like that. Just like weird, like having fun, watching fun happen and being a part of it, and just all the weird things that come on it. It's so much. It is a blast. But it's not something that I would want to do all the time, every single day. Because that does tend to turn people off. But that we are humans. Love you some spice. Oh yeah, we got some spice. Hey, Rare Aussie. Good morning, beautiful people. Thumbs up from Australia with a little bit of a rose and a wave. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Oh yeah, we've got the spice, and there's also something that I have planned, and it'll probably come a little bit more into fruition a little bit into next month. I do have some plans, some things that I'm working on in the background to sort of get shored up, that I think will benefit the community as a whole. I think it'll be fun. And it just, I can't give too much away, because I don't want to make promises I can't keep. I just know that I've got, there's Dollywood that's coming up, so there'll be a lot of people heading off to Dollywood. A lot of streamers are going to be there. And a lot of people that are just hanging out. And it's supposed to be a fun time, and want to give that some promotion. We do have a mock trial that I'm going to be doing with Baker. He's going to be the prosecutor. He's going to be prosecuting the expert, of course, and the expert's going to be my defendant. And I believe we're picking out a jury and all those kinds of things. Hello from Scotland. Welcome, Scott's Cat. Good to see you. So all the people that are going to Dollywood, I'm not going to be able to go, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, unfortunately, I'm going to be elsewhere, so I won't be able to do. I'll probably be streaming from where I'm at, and having fun, messing around with people, and can't guarantee how good it will be, but I'll have a little bit of free time during the day to do a little bit of streaming, and probably jump in some people's chats and whatnot. I'll probably bring my mic with me, or I'll just be using the headphone mic. That tends to work okay. But yeah, it's just trying to get some of these things like shored up, straightened out, and have a good time. Yeah, it was an awesome game. Yeah, the trial is going to be a blast. They are looking for the jurors and prospective jurors. You'd have to go over to Baker's what do you call it, Discord, sign up for that, and become a part of that. And then we've got, what do we got? Oh, good evening, Cindy. Good evening. And mods and everyone. Hey, Farrell. What's up? Free range Farrell. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. It was good. It was a good time. It was a good time. Not, like I said, something I can't do every single time, but I think I'll put that into a rotation, and just to, especially if I'm starting to feel a little bit stressed, because it does happen. And also, um, it's weird. I was talking with someone today. I think it was T Rex I was talking with today, and he said, no, it was somebody else. But they said this time of year is whenever you'll see a lot of streamers get burned out, because the views aren't as much, because people are out doing things on the weekends, and during the week they're wanting to get out and enjoy the spring. You got spring break, and the weather is nice. And it was T Rex. Okay, I yeah, Farrell was there. She was listening. But yeah, it was that people get burned out, and I started thinking about that. I was like, wow, that is. I never really thought that there was a spot that people could be, but it makes sense, because me, even personally, I in the weekends normally I would be streaming because of like colder weather, or if it gets way too hot, there's no way I want to be out working in that crap. And so it gets that spring weather, and people are just like, yeah, I got to get out of the house. And people watch, but they're not going to be as active, and you don't get a whole bunch of subs and crap like that. I love it. Just trying this name out for a bit. Might end up changing my channel to it. Free range Feral. Free range Feral. Eh, eh, eh. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe we'll see. We'll try it. We'll try it. Shizzy, it doesn't matter how good it is. Uh, the content doesn't matter as long as you have fun. Is all that counts. Oh no! See, we still want to. We still want to, as content creators, we still want to give you the best that we can. And if we are burned out, it shows. It shows that we're not having a good time. It shows that we're tired. If we're not into what we're doing, if we're being dishonest with what we're doing, it shows. And hey, T Rex pretty smart. Don't underestimate him. It's the same way as um you can tell whenever I'm serious about something. I hope, or whenever I'm joking and having a good time. I guess I sort of wear my heart on my sleeve, or my emotions on my sleeve a little bit. But it's pretty interesting. Um, you're open to other ideas. Well, well, I don't know. We'll just try it on for a little bit. We'll come up with something, Pharaoh. Good evening, Welsh Lady Reads. Good to see you. Yes, yes, yes. It's it's really just one of those you'll understand if you end up streaming for a while. You'll see a lot of the things that we've seen. You'll go through a lot of the things that we've gone through. Um, and Farrell can even speak to this. Is you go, oh, you remember when? Be like, oh, you remember that guy, or you remember that girl, or you remember this person. What are they doing now? I haven't seen them in a while. Um, like and you'll see people that will step away for a while, because there's things that go on in 3D life that they need to take care of. Um, Captain Kern, what's up? How you doing? Greetings, fellow people from the third rock from the sun. Good to see you. Um, but yeah, it's you'll see a lot of the same things over and over again. In this space, and it's never like, people will take it personally. As far as like if I didn't see Captain Kern for a while, he might go, well, I'm just was like really busy. I'm doing my own thing, and I would never take it personally, because just as long as he's happy and doing his thing, then you want to be like, hey, that's what we want to support. We want people to be happy in life. Like I've seen Farrell very, very few times. She'll jump into chat every so often, but she's got a life outside of the YouTube. So that is just to be expected. Oh my gosh, what was I talking about? Hell if I know. I'll just get started with this one here first, because I think this is this one right here. Let me pull this over here and full size it. So this is a little bit about what we're going to be doing tonight. It's going to be really, really, really funny. And this is only about 10 minutes, and we'll probably skip through some of it.
Let me go! I can get in! Get in there! Let go of the handcuffs! 34 I can't breathe!
She can't breathe. Oh my gosh. Where we get these things from, I have no idea. So this is from Cold Blue Cam. It's pretty damn hilarious, and so we'll just let it play in there every chance we get. Here we go. Run!
After the two were separated, Desire began walking away and was told she was not free to leave.
So she's running away. Man, this looks a little bit like Atlanta in a way. Probably not, because the streets look too messed up for Atlanta. Oh, gonna get me in trouble with the music. Oh man, you love Cold Blue Cam. Oh yeah, these guys are funny. Yes, we love these videos too. Gray for sure. Oh, it's definitely insane. It's definitely insane. What and some of these are really, really good. We gotta just watch out for the music and that kind of stuff. Turn on the closed captioning because it gets even better. Make sure that it's gonna get stupid in a second. Gotta watch out for the music. I could just mute it for a second. Applesauce. All right. Let's see what we got. Nope. Music is happening. So she's fighting the popo. One thing you gotta learn, don't fight the popo. Like, got her handcuffed. There we go.
You're not doing that. Put your hands behind you real quick.
Gotta watch out for the music, because music will get you in all kinds of trouble. Everyone late, but I made it. Hey, you're not late. You're here exactly whenever you were supposed to be here. You came in at the perfect time. Never anything wrong with whenever you get here. Gotta watch out for the music. All right, I'll turn off that so we don't get the music, and we'll pop the music up every so often. As officer placed her in escort position, she pulled away and voluntarily gave control. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, she just set her ass down. Chicky baby, don't sit. Never late. You're here. That's all that matters. Absolutely. You okay? No, I ain't walking. Okay. Well, if that's who you want to be. Oh, stop. Feeling fat. She's feeling fat. Chunky. Feeling fat. Oh, I'm face down on the ground. This sucks for me.
What's the matter, young lady?
What's the matter, young lady? I think he said, what's your name, young lady?
She began kicking and struck an officer in the groin when they attempted to sit her up.
Stop. Let her go. You're not going to do like that. You're not.
Oh, no. No, don't come in there. The closed captions are hilarious. I know. Closed captions are awesome. But these girls right here, if they come in there and start, they'll end up arrested.
Do her like that. Stop. She kicked me in the nuts. Calm down.
She kicked me out. Ugh.
Desire, calm down, okay?
Don't
calm down.
Just please stop.
Okay,
the morning gets no, we're not gonna.
Let me lay down flat.
can't.
I promise you, let me lay down flat. I will be calm. I can't breathe like this. Let me lay down flat.
You can't breathe. Oh no. Desire. You put yourself in that position.
Bitch! Desire! Okay, Desire. Let me lay down on my back, please. Let me lay down on my back.
Can't do that.
Can you put my hood up? Leah, put my hood up. Let me lay down, please, sir. Can you let go of me? Leah, put my hood up. Can you let me stand up, please?
Come on.
Take this time.
So bad. Gotta turn off the music for a second. As they walked to the car, she went limp again and dropped her body weight. Yep. Doing it right in front of people. That's always a bad plan. Here she goes. Gotta watch out for the music. That's all I'm doing. No weapons. Oh, here she goes. Fighting. Bad idea. Ah.
Man, let go of the handcuffs. It's too tight.
No, it's
if
not.
you let go of the handcuffs, I will get in peacefully. Let go of the handcuffs.
No, don't let her get her foot down. You stupid ass white something. I thought they said you kicked me in the nuts. Yes, that's exactly what happened. She kicked him in the nuts. Yeah, they kicking the nuts hurts.
He began yelling, spitting, and threatening the officer.
Bro, turn the fucking air! You stupid ass white bitch! Turn the fucking air on, bro. Bro, this is some bullshit. Bro, this is some bullshit. Like,
Oh boy. She is.
this is some bullshit.
She
This
is.
is fucking bullshit, bro. This is some bullshit. You guys are nothing but white stupid bitches! You stupid white bitch. Oh, I wish I can kill you, bitch.
Really?
Promise you, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you and your job, bitch. Stupid ass hoe. Spit in your shit. I hope that shit get you infested, you dumbass bitch.
Negative. If you want to go there, actually we'll have somebody else go there if you want to stay in the room.
Stupid ass bitch.
Yeah, that's not going to get you anywhere. Laugh, cry, maybe laugh, cry.
Ted.
She's a little
Hope I
bit
can
of a
go to sleep.
wrestler.
I got bail money though. I ain't tripping. Tell my bro. Tell my cousin to bail me out.
Tell my cousin to bail me out.
This is funny. I beat that bitch ass officer. You saw me? You saw me beat her ass? Sir! You saw me beat her ass? I was beating that bitch ass. Fuck you talking about? Look at that bitch nose. Her shit bleeding, yup. Beat that bitch ass. Fuck you talking about? Bitch, don't push me. I'm ready to go to court tomorrow. The fuck? That bitch touched me first. Don't touch me. What the fuck? Dumbass bitch. I'm sober. Fuck you mean? I'm not for none of that. I'm stressed. I go, How long does this take? I'm on my period. Y'all don't contribute to that? What the fuck?
On her period.
Upon arrival at the jail,
What does that have to do with anything? She's on her period. Sorry. What does that matter? You're Desire. No.
jail. Desire was
man.
uncooperative with jailers and
No, you think?
went right into receiving.
Oh yeah, she should.
Bro! Let me the fuck out!
We need to go back to receiving. She's not going to cooperate.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Oh! Do you want to get the chair to sit?
Yeah, you want to get the chairs? Oh, when they bring the taco out and wrap them up. Yeah. They can't kick. They can't do anything. Oh God, yes. That is exactly it.
Let me the fuck out! I can't fucking breathe!
Breathing, you're talking to me. Then open the
Let
door.
me the fuck out! I can't breathe! Let me out, please! I cannot fucking breathe in here! Please let me out! Let me out!
No.
The fuck? Stupid ass girl! Let me out! I cannot breathe!
I'm not a girl.
I need fucking air!
Calm
I
down.
need air!
Calm down.
Bro, I need air!
Calm down.
Let me breathe! You're a black bitch, you should understand this. Let me breathe! Let me fucking breathe!
You dumbass, stupid black bitch. You're a stupid ass, black ass bitch. How the fuck are you with these white people? You stupid ass bitch.
That's my guess.
Are you the other half of this? No?
It was also discovered she had a fake ID on her person.
Oh, that's never a good plan. Oh, I love the taco, D. Robinson. Hope she gets the taco. Taco, taco, taco kisses. Taco kisses for my band. Stop screaming. You realize you're breathing. I can't breathe, but I'll scream my head off.
Yeah.
You need a secretary?
Why?
I'll go get your suits cleaned and stuff.
Oh, lieutenants like to get dirty too.
Get your coffee, whatever you need.
Desire was charged with disorderly conduct and battery for her.
Oh yeah, we know what happened there. Let's see, we'll get past the little thing there.
Yeah.
Don't bring me to the chair.
You better calm down there.
I am fucking calm. You guys are making me mad.
Making me mad?
I already have tight ass handcuffs on me. Why the fuck are you guys gripping me like I'm a fucking...
She was also charged with resisting, threatening, and battery to a police officer, and received citations of up to $500 for possession of a false ID and underage consumption.
Stupid ass black bitch. You don't even, I'm thinking like,
That means she did get more charges on her for assault.
Do you enjoy our content and want to see more? Join the Code Blue Cam Patreon for
There you
early
go.
access to ad-free videos, exclusive content not published on YouTube, behind the scenes, and much more. By joining,
Nice.
it will help with the production,
There you
sustainability, and long-term viability of Code Blue Cam. See the link in the description for more
Make
information.
sure that
We are
if you
truly
like Cold
thankful
Blue
for
Cam,
all
you go
your
check
support.
them out. That's pretty damn funny. That is funny. So this is some of the stuff that Mo and I are going to be doing tonight. We've got all kinds of crazy shit that we're going to be doing. It's going to be one of those nights. Here's one that I saw that was pretty crazy. So give me just a second to pull this one up. It'll be just a second. I will, that one there. So this one here, and we're gonna, all right, so this is okay, let's see if we've got it right. Okay, here we go. We'll share this tab instead and add the little poop emoji in there, because that's what we got to do on some of these right here. All right, let's bring this down to a reasonable size, and then we will full screen it there. And this one is crazy. This one is absolutely crazy.
Alyssa Zinger, a 23-year-old grocery store worker dancing on TikTok. She was already in legal trouble, accused of having sex with a junior high school student. Now she's facing more charges, and her parents could also be in trouble. We have the scoop. Thanks for joining me for Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Alyssa Zinger is a 23-year-old grocery store worker who was accused of posing as a homeschooled 14-year-old girl so she could have sex with a boy who was between 12 and 15 years old.
Jeez.
We first told you about Zinger last December when she was charged with 2 felony counts of lewd or lascivious battery and 5 felony counts of lewd or lascivious molestation. Now Zinger is in the Hillsborough County Jail in Tampa facing even more charges. She's now accused of having sex with 5 boys who are either 13 or 14. Now, this isn't a complete shock because Tampa's police chief had said last year he believed there were more victims out there, and he had called Zinger a predator.
Yeah.
The investigation began last October after a girl reported that Zinger had sent a video of her having sex with a boy to her classmates through Snapchat.
Ooh.
Police say the boy told them Zinger appeared more mature than the age of 14 that she claimed to be. And now Zinger's parents could also be in legal jeopardy.
Damn.
After a detective hinted in court that they may have tried to hinder the investigation. More on that in just a minute. Joining me to discuss this case is somebody who knows.
Wow, that's insane.
Kids as young as 12 accessing these apps.
That's a great.
Don't know. Don't care. I saw this particular one and I was like, man, who is this girl that she
not been charged with a crime? All right. So we've got that aspect of this too.
Yeah. So this girl, yeah. And you know, most people are thinking, oh, it's always the guys. They're always, no, it's women are like this too. Women will do these kinds of things. They're not immune from being bad actors, bad characters in this kind of thing. I'll see if I can find, because there was something in here. I can find it. Where is it? It is. That one was Tampa Bay 10, and it is the, because I'm going to find it. High schooler, no charged, no. And she's not the only one. Here's another one that I had found that was really can't. Mo Raid, woohoo! Mo Raid. Can't get them at your age. Go younger. Go to jail. Yeah. So this will be another one right here that.
An Ohio social worker is now accused of sexually abusing a 13-year-old boy she was supposed to counsel. The woman was arrested just days ago on her 24th birthday.
This woman's gone. She's going down. She's going to prison. Absolutely. It doesn't get any stronger than that. There's video evidence and there's a recording. Yeah, that woman's in big trouble.
Yeah. Officials say Peyton Shires was arrested on October 6th in Franklin County, Ohio. This after the 13-year-old boy's mother approached Columbus police, saying she saw messages from Shires to her son. In the messages, Shires allegedly asked the boy whether his mother had seen any photos or videos or if they'd been deleted. Police later took a closer look at the boy's phone and allegedly found videos of Shires having intercourse with the boy and various other sex acts. Shires, who just received her social worker license this past summer, had been assigned the 13-year-old boy as a client while working.
And she's not an unattractive young lady. What is wrong with this girl? Mo Raiders! Woohoo! Now there's 2 poopies on the screen. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Mo Raiders! She's from Ohio, explains a lot. Mostly reads the most beautiful voice in Wales. Oh, yes. Hey. No, I'm just sitting here looking at it. I mean, tell me, is she not somewhat attractive? I mean, she's not bad looking. Why in the hell would she go for, I don't know. It's so weird. Is it a control thing? I don't get it.
For the National Youth Advocate Program. Trial attorney Lynn Cadigan has spent the past 38 years representing sexual assault survivors. She says cases like these often stem from a power dynamic between adults and children.
Kids go to school, and teachers and guidance counselors and therapists and priests are the next level of adults that they're close to. So these adults, such as this counselor, has enormous power over this child because they encourage this child. You can tell me your deepest, darkest secrets. Tell me why you're mad at your mother. Tell me, do you believe in God? They encourage the child to open up to them. So the child open up to them, and then they absolutely violate that trust by using them sexually. I mean, that causes huge damage to the child. The child may not know it now. Frequently, these kids, this 13-year-old, one who's 15, they think they're still in love with the teacher or the guidance counselor or the social worker. It isn't until many years later that they realize that they were betrayed, that they were used, and they have a very difficult time establishing a proper relationship later in life.
When speaking with the
So crazy, so kooky. But before we go much further, we've got, and I think this one works much better. Let me give it a try and see how it does.
Wee woo! Wee
I demand that goat be right next, or the donkey be right next to me in purgatory.
Oh,
I demand that.
Demand it.
We can just laugh at each other like.
I still want to laugh like that dude right now.
Oh, I know. I had to go to Sam's Club and People tonight. Oh my gosh. This is not a...
I do have a girl that laughs like that on here. Where is it? You've seen that one too.
I think I have.
I've got to find her and put her in with that. That would be so awesome. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's in this one here with where is it? Yes, right here. Here it is. This one.
Oh, that poor girl. I can get skinnier. She can't change that laugh.
I know.
Oh.
It kills me.
Oh,
it kills
I hope
me
she
every
has a
single
big
time.
dowry.
Oh.
I'm a terrible person. Someone's gonna love her laugh. Someone's gonna love it, and they'll be like, "It's so cute and dainty," and then dude's gonna take her over to his friends, and they're all gonna start making barnyard references, and I'm gonna be laughing my boobs off, and I won't even be able to be there to help, with the sisterhood. I'll be too busy rolling on the ground laughing.
One of my friends, his wife, and I wasn't married. He was, I don't know, like maybe 5 years older than me, and his wife was the same age. They were like high school sweethearts, and she had a bit of an overbite. I mean, she was absolutely attractive, but she just had this slight overbite. But whenever she would laugh, what he would do is he would wrap her arms up. And then he would start tickling her, and she would sit there, and she would start laughing, and then he would go, "Oh, Wilbur!" And then she'd try kicking him, and he's like, "Come on, what are you doing, Wilbur?" And oh my God, it was the funniest thing. She was like, "I hate you, Mike. I will one of these days. I will hurt you, Mike."
To be fair, I would be laughing too hard to render sisterhood aid.
Yes,
be like, "I will catch you, girl power." And girl bossness power later, but this is effing hilarious.
Oh, so I saved yours for later because I was like, this one's gonna be a really good one. There's the one that you showed me this morning. I was like,
oh yeah,
that one. Gotta pull that one because I've just sort of been biding time. And if you're wondering what happened with Ohio girl, yeah, she's going to go to jail because they got video of her performing sexual acts on a minor multiple times, more than once.
You mean she's not going to beat it by being a chick and semi-decent looking?
I mean, she like I said, she's pretty attractive and she's not unattractive.
Okay.
You want to finish it out? We can finish it out.
Explain to me what you see, what a woman sees in a 14-year-old.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I mean, he doesn't even have a mustache, and this is taken directly from my son, but his twig and berries don't even grow a beard and mustache yet.
Maybe that's what she's into. I don't know.
Maybe
it's all just about the power dynamic because that's all it can be about. I mean, because
I know
to have absolute control over somebody, and
I guess my fantasy is so completely like to not be in. Don't go crazy with it, y'all. But the switch from from mom brain to wife brain is so incredibly difficult that, to be just completely where I am not thinking about anything, because, I'm admiring Mr. Moe's prowess or trying not to giggle. I mean, whatever happens to happen half the time.
Right.
But to be able to just be in the moment, that is so incredibly difficult for a lot of women. That's why the 50 Shades of Grey done, because it's all about basically you are letting someone else make decisions. You are not in charge of anything. You don't have to think about things. You can just feel things. And that's as far as I'm going to get into this, because I've just realized that apparently shopping at Sam's Club on a Thursday makes Mo want to reveal a lot of weird stuff.
13-year-old victim in this case. Police learned of at least 2 instances when he had sex with Shires. Later, Shires admitted to the sexual assault while on the phone with the boy's mother. Police listened in on that call, and Shires was later arrested. She now faces charges of unlawful sexual contact with a minor. Cadigan says
So, I mean, it's not like she's unattractive. I mean, she would have no problem having a guy that's her own age just be like all about being with her, hanging out with her, having a good time. He'd probably even shave his twig and berries for her if that's what she was into. I mean, like I say, she's not unattractive, but
relationship likely started off slowly before escalating into something illegal.
It goes inch by inch, bit by bit. It goes, tell me what you think about
Maybe we don't
sexually.
want to
Tell me what
say
you think
inch
about
by
this.
inch.
Inch
I'm just
by
throwing out
inch.
there that metaphor may be somewhat perverted and off-putting in a case of child. I am glad that we are finally turning a corner. I don't know if enough moms have said, no, it's abuse. It's not like, oh, you got the hot teacher. No, like I'm telling you, Shizzy, I am about to sell to colleges Mo Gone Wild tutorials, like an hour-long TED Talk of explaining just what the hell a crazy, pissed off mother at 3 a.m. in your life looks like.
Yes. Yeah, that would be glorious. A TED Talk on that. Mo.
I mean, I've almost thought about doing the character and letting it run on YouTube, but I'm really hoping if I say it enough online, I'll be invited to Colombia. I mean, I'll wear my most beautiful King of the Hill Hawaiian shirt, which I will be premiering tomorrow morning. But I mean, I'd be professional-ish, but you don't understand is that I birthed this little boy. And what I see you doing is not what, maybe a male sees you doing. What I see you doing is screwing my son up for life, for breaking all of his boundaries, for taking his innocence, for dating on him from a place of power, from a person I was supposed to trust, and heifer, let you come up pregnant, let you. Shizzy, it's my worst effing nightmare. I'm going to get all 3 of these girls out of high school, not a baby daddy between them, okay? I'm even going to get a couple of the boys a little bit through. And then my middle school youngest, most feral's going to meet that one flippin' Mary Kay Letourneau teacher. And she's going to come up pregnant with triplets. I'm going to be in this spot where I'm thinking I'm going to have my 6 months where I can have a really nice nativity set because all the kids are out of the house.
No.
And I'm going to get landed with some damn triplets. And y'all don't want to even see the news if that happens. It's going to be like, woman is holding herself hostage on the phone.
She won't come out. She's threatening herself. It's so bad. The House Lady Reed says it's about control and power, but it's got a darker perspective. It's like, I'm a woman. Okay, I know. And I prefer men. There are men who prefer women. Then there are PDF files, and they prefer.
Yeah, it's just, I guess my proclivities in as far as I am a silver fox hunter, clean it, keep it out the gutter. I have never seen the attraction of going for a younger guy. I mean, what are they going to do for you? I mean, teach you how to play the latest games on Xbox? Show you, what on fleek means? Teach you how to do the whip and the nay-nay? Because, I mean, honest to God, there's YouTube tutorials for all that shit.
Wasn't there's something I think it was on Netflix called like Cougar Island or something like that, where all these cougars
that was
got
on
together?
TLC, I think. And it was so gross.
And then they find out it's their sons there.
Just the most, I mean, TLC.
Which I'm just like, because all the ladies are just like, oh, we're getting young guys. We're getting young guys. And they're all like, ooh, 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 ooh. And then all of a sudden the young guys show up. And it's the mother's sons. They're like, I could imagine the mothers are just like, oh,
ew,
like ooh, like that's my son, and she's oogling my son.
Well, that's like, I think I'm the only chick in America who thinks The Bachelor and The Bachelorette is skeezy, gross, and skeevy.
Yes,
like I think it's gross to be splitting your attraction between a bunch of different people, possibly sleeping with all of them.
Yeah.
And then they're competing like trained monkeys for you. I mean, I mean, honestly, it'd be okay for me because I'd be awesome, and it'd be more like, look, as a cult leader, I promise not to sleep with your wife or steal your husband for the smexiness stuff. But look, I got trash to take out. I don't feel like doing, and there was a mouse in my house that had like a Mexican hostage situation with me for the entire morning. So I'm just saying, if I were to run a cult, I would not steal your husband for nefarious purposes. But look, I'm gonna need some shelves built. Mr. Mo's tired. I mean,
Yeah, I need the lawn mowed. I need some shelves
yeah.
built. I mean, I need all the things I need that my husband's just not able to do. So that way I can spend smexy time with him, and he has
Yeah.
plenty of energy for that, because he doesn't have energy to build me an entertainment center and then
Unless Shizzy, I'm going to need to ask you this from a male perspective, because I'm going to need to tell me and explain something. And this is way off topic.
No,
We were
that's
having date night last night, and I was sort of falling asleep. We were watching Bobby Flay. And then I think my husband found the best contraceptive in the entire world ever. He put on effing Picard. I was like, I'm done. I'm gone. I'm leaving the room. He's like, I thought you were asleep. I was like, no, the terrible stench of that show woke me up.
Yeah, it was like, it's like I was feeling all relaxed. Now
I just heard sheer effing hubris, and I was like, oh, my cuntometer is going off. I can't be around you. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus. It's a preference. That's why they cannot be fixed. I worked with them at NSPCC, Child Protection Officer. Trust me, I wouldn't say it. Yeah.
Oh no, I agree with you, Welsh lady. If I were in charge of these types of people, there would be 2 colonies, male and female. They're split by sex. You can live there, or you go to Snake Island. Those are your choices.
Your wife constantly says she wants a second wife only to do the cooking and cleaning, no fun times. Well, yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I said, as long as she knows I have seniority. like I don't fold clothes anymore. I am the head wife.
I'm the head wife. You fold the clothes. You might get some smexy time, but I doubt it. Oh, Gen Pop works too. Just saying. No, actually, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's the thing. It doesn't. That you like to think that it does. You have like 40 hours in Persona 5, and I haven't interacted with humans since I bought it. Wow. I think that's a game.
Oh.
A hand on the knee, touching the hair. The kid gets confused and mistakes all these grooming as the kid believes I'm special. This person loves me. I share everything with this person. So then little bit by little bit,
she's got a husband
break
too.
down all the physical normal barriers. It goes from touch.
That's why that even throws me off even more. It's like, wait, you've got a husband, and
that's what I don't get. What is broken inside of you? I really would like someone, instead of these television interviews, these canned questions, like, what was broken in you that you sought this out?
Yeah.
Have you always been attracted to younger men, but you felt societal pressure to get married? Like,
yeah, I mean, well, yeah.
Have you, like, you cannot tell me you love a 14 or 13-year-old for his personality. I am currently close to raising a 13-year-old, and I'm his mother, and I love him dearly, but he can be annoying AF.
Maybe that's what it is. It's like, annoying as hell, and then you can just offload them, onto their parents. It's like, I don't know. It's the same way when everyone's sitting there going,
I'm not attracted to, I mean, that's the same theory as grandchildren, but I'd never be.
Yeah, well, and it's like
grody.
It's like I can sit there and look at a young woman and go, yeah, she's attractive, but like even her, she'd be way too young for me. I'm just like, I would have to deal with so much of the princess crap that I just, she doesn't look like the type that I could sit there and go, hey, let's go grab a burger and go chill out, and let's go play some putt golf, or let's go hike up this mountain over here. And she just looks like, well, bitch, moan, bitch, moan.
That natural undone look she has there, that no makeup, effortless look, that probably took her 4 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, look, y'all, I try. I am willing to let someone come in and do my makeup for me, because I'll be real honest with you. My cat eyes are never even closely related. They are distant cousins, not twins.
Yeah, it's like I have a particular type, and this is definitely not it.
But I mean, and that's what I like, is that we can all kind of appreciate the relative attractiveness of someone,
right.
But we all have different things that really spark our interest.
Yeah.
Like, as you know, with my uncomfortable admiration of, the Edgecombe prosecutor,
yes,
tall, nerdy, addicted to diet pop, and has a bald head with no divots. Mr. Mo is like, checkity, check. Mr. Mo's like, stop watching the Edgecombe trial. I feel weird. I'm like, no, we just have it. I have it on closed caption, honey. I'm not paying attention at all.
Jessica Reloaded is like, Shizzy's type is his wifey. Exactly. I mean, and it's like I can look at women and appreciate that they're attractive and understand, why someone goes, oh wow, they're beautiful. True story. I was at the dealership that I worked at for Honda, and we had service rider, that young guy, I don't know, 24, 25, could have been in his 30s for all I remember. And he was like, springtime rolls around, the Honda dealership, all of the little hotties are rolling in there wearing the shorts and the low cut tops, where probably not wearing bras, and they're just, come
Shizzy,
in all
that's how we
bouncy.
get free service.
Exactly.
Look,
exactly.
I mean, it doesn't work as well now for me. They're like, ma'am, gravity is a thing, and we're gonna need $700 for that axle.
Yeah.
Like, well, damn.
Yeah, it doesn't work on me either, because I'm like walking through, and I'm like, trying to get some work done, and it's just like, hey,
wait, you're trying to work at work?
Yeah,
there's your problem.
It's
That's
weird.
what.
So I'm sitting there going, hey, I need X, Y, or Z. Did you see that girl? Oh my God, look at that. Oh, look at her friend. And it was just like, I look over and I go, yeah, okay. By the way, I need this, and this. This is, these are the service requirements. Hey, look right here. This is, hey, I know she's walking over this way, but this is more important. That'll be coming back.
That will only talk to you if you have dinero. So let's do a job.
This right here. So yeah, and he could never understand it. He was like, your wife must just be drop dead gorgeous. He goes, because you don't even look twice at those women. I was like, why? I mean, this is work. This is money. This is what pays the bills. This is what puts food on the table. This is more important than some, teeny bopper that comes rolling in here wearing a short skirt and no panties. I've seen it all before. I'm not worried about it. Have you ever been to a strip club? I used to date strippers. I'm not impressed. Okay. Don't care.
I mean, only that one time in Tijuana.
He was like, your wife just has to be drop dead gorgeous because you're not even looking twice. I'm like, yes, she is the most beautiful woman in the world. And I guarantee you that none of these are going to be able to hold a candle up to her. And he would just go, I knew it. I'm just like, okay, now let's get some work done. It's just like,
But that's all part of the maturation process.
Yes.
And unfortunately, you have to deal with insufferable 20-year-olds. And now we have stretched the teenage, 21, 22 kidult stage to like 27. So you continue to be insufferable. And no offense to any one of those ages in this chat, because if you are in this chat, you are awesome.
Yes. Yeah, no, I mean, you're the most perfect people ever.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guarantee Captain Kern, she has a biting attitude. You just got to watch yourself. I've done many streams with Jessica Reloaded, and she has the ability to tear you down in a heartbeat, and I've seen her break many a man's hearts.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she'll break their hearts, among other things.
If it lasts more than 4 hours, go to the ER.
And before they know it, the
yeah,
child is enmeshed in a sexual relationship, the first that they've ever had, and these children really don't even know what that is. So it's very easy to trick them in a gradual, step-by-step grooming process.
She hypothesizes Shires herself could have been the victim of...
I didn't know Judith Light became a psychiatrist.
Okay, if you haven't noticed, she is wearing a Trojan neck thing for a band. She's got one of those little lanyards on, so she's wearing a thing that says Trojan on it, and there's some band. I don't know what the band is, but it looks familiar.
But she looks very young too. I mean, she almost looks Arrested Development, stopped early aughts teenagedom.
She's wearing a Trojan thing here.
Well, maybe the school's name was Trojans, or I don't.
No, that's Trojan brand, like the condom.
You know I don't. You know I don't know what those things are.
I mean, look, I have 30 children. Of course, I don't know what these things are.
The closest thing we get to contraceptive is when Mr. Mo puts Captain Picard on.
USC Trojans football. I don't think that's USC Trojans football. I'm pretty sure that is the condom.
But she looks, I would guess her at maybe 15, 16 in that picture.
No, I would put her at about 20 in this picture. Like if I had to put her somewhere in a picture, like still college age.
I'm so bad at that because I now have this, I shit you not, y'all are my favorite turds. But I have this 5'9", blonde-haired, and she generally wears like hoodies so you don't notice it.
Right.
But just model level figure. And I'm always like, I'm afraid we have converted. Inshallah, you'll be wearing this burqa today. I'm like, I'm sorry, because we get to summertime and I'm like, you have legs and a chest. Are you trying to kill me?
No, Mom. Just
sexual assault in the past.
I think sometimes these crimes are crimes of power and crimes of these perpetrators, these teachers not knowing boundaries. Intellectually they know boundaries. They've all had classes on don't groom.
Are those herpes on her lips? Just
I think those are snake bites. Oh dear Lord, she had snake bites. Run and run fast.
Don't do this.
Got a Coors.
But I think that they blur their own boundaries, and perhaps they've been victims themselves of sex abuse because they're blurring the boundary between caring for the child and having sex with the child. And that is typically a sign of someone who's been abused themselves.
I mean, Stevie Wonders with cataracts could still avoid that line.
Yeah. I mean, if he his first look at a girl and he'd go, "Fuck, I can see."
Yeah. But he'd be like, I'm a teacher, so I see and I ignore.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
And I don't encourage.
No.
Licensed counselor Cadigan says Shires knew all too well the signs of grooming. Even so, she allegedly moved forward with the sexual assault.
People in these positions of power, such as priests, and particularly social workers and counselors, they absolutely know, and they've been absolutely trained, and they pass tests saying how to protect children against this very thing. So the fact that this counselor went ahead and brazenly molested this child,
it's
knowing she knew
disgusting.
full well it was wrong, she knew the risks, and she was
She knows
compelled to
the
do it anyway,
ramifications
which
on his
makes me believe
psyche.
maybe she had been.
Yeah. And she's got cute freckles too. I was like, geez.
Molested, because why would you risk everything doing something you absolutely know is wrong, absolutely is evil, and absolutely causes damage, and will send you to prison? It shows you that when kids are molested, particularly younger ages, they could become compulsive molesters themselves, which is why it's so important to stop it in its tracks and not let these people do this.
Cadigan also says lines may have been blurred between the sexual interactions and love. She suggests the 13-year-old.
Yeah, those look like little herpes on her lips.
Well, she had the snake bites, and then I don't think the piercings ever healed correctly, or she doesn't.
It just looks like the herpes.
Okay, I am Shizzy. This pisses me off. Because would they be giving all these, well, it could have been, or what had happened was, or maybe her feelings got confused.
To a man?
If it was a man. Hell no, they wouldn't. We would have old Sparky make wood chipper up, and we'd be like, and don't give a shit.
Yeah, because it's really strange because, well, and I'm thinking about this, it's like, you always suspect more of the male side of this. You don't suspect it on the female side of it.
No.
But we've heard a lot. We've heard about this more and more and more. Maybe it's with the inclusion because of the social media aspect of it, and every kid has a damn cell phone, that now the women that may have been doing this before are actually getting caught, because they're not able to get away with it like they were before. Do you think maybe that's part of it?
I think we have. There are pockets of normal, but there are pockets of people who have never really faced adversity. I mean, we have extended this teenage kind of immaturity, this social immaturity, this not really having to get onto real life. I mean, you can be on your parents' insurance until you're 140.
Yeah.
Economies have made it to where you still live with your parents. So I think it's also maybe that people aren't growing up. So maybe she does, in fact, have a lot in common with a 13-year-old.
Yeah, because I mean, like in this picture here, she looks like she's about 15, like right there. Just without looking at her body or anything, you look at her face, and she looks like she could easily pass for 15 years old.
Yeah. I mean, but we wouldn't be trying to rationalize this so much for a man. We wouldn't say, I mean, and a man could have been horrifically abused as a child.
Right.
Just subject to all sorts of horrific things. And unfortunately went from being a victim to a predator. And still, that would not even really factor into a sympathy thing. People would say, yeah, but, insert map line. Yeah. So this bullshit pisses me off. And this is why I really think that I might be doing a, crazy mama bear video, because you think a dad will get pissed off, mama bears go full on honey badger. Like you will have to, it is like when a snapping turtle and they say they don't open up their mouth unless lightning strikes. Like that is the level of cray cray you are going to be coming at with some of us mamas if you mess with our kids, female, male,
Whereas guys are more likely going to go after a male. They're not going to go after a female. Like they'll
and especially one that's so petite and looks like her because
we're used to protecting something that's tiny like this, and we're going must protect, and whereas mama bear is going I will trust you.
Mama bear's like objective, located, target, locked on. Let's take off these earrings. We got our good bun in. We are good to go.
Yeah.
We slathered ourselves in some Pam. We are going to be hella slickery.
and our claws come out. Whereas guys are just like, but now if it was a guy, the guy is more than likely going to be more aggressive, whether it's son, daughter, it doesn't matter. He's going to be a hell of a lot more aggressive towards the male aspect of it, because that is a punching bag that will never stop being punched until either my arms wear out or I'm pulled off of them. You just no amount of the level of rage that hits you is insane.
There are very few times where I can tell you, because I hate confrontation, but there have been very few times where I have seen red, and it is probably deceptive to people because I get very, very careful with my words, very precise, but I lay out exactly what's going to happen. I become Clint effing Eastwood. I'm like, I have, I'm Dirty Harry and I have, a robber right in front of me, or I might be Charles Bronson and I have my Webley. Like, speak softly carries a whole shit ton of trauma that she will unleash on an unfortunate person that hurts her children, allegedly in Minecraft.
Yeah, it's whereas like my wife, she would be uncontrollable, and one of the problems I have with her is whenever she gets really mad, she starts crying.
I do too. Now, like if I'm emotionally, if it's with Mr. Mo, I'll start crying because dumbness. But if it's with someone and I have a situation with my child, I become very like, I want you to listen to me very carefully. I have a certain set of skills. I know a certain bunch of people. Are you threatening me? No, I'm a weirdo on the internet who does shenanigans with wigs. But I'm telling you, I know a lot of lawyers. So you might want to get this shit figured out.
You might want to get your shit out. Yes. No, my wife is not. She's not like that. With anytime whenever she gets mad, she doesn't get very precise or very anything. She's crying, and you're like, or is she happy, mad, sad, angry? I don't know. Like what set her off kind of thing. Like I've seen her like mad at people, and she's like, I hate it because I start crying, and I don't want to cry because I want to say what is on my mind, but like the emotion hits her that hard where she starts crying. I'm like, I'm like, okay, so that's
it. Can I be her speaking anger, emotional support Mo? Can you imagine?
Awesome.
Can you imagine the translating I would be doing?
Like she said that she is going to remove body parts that she deems
she said on the Thundercunt cow level, you have graduated all the way to the final form of mega mecha Thundercunt. You know, and cranial rectitis is possibly fatal, so I would pull your head out of your ass before you suffocate. Have a nice day. God bless you.
Well, you want to hear? See, you guys are talking about age here and everything, and over 21, a 2-year difference, and all that kind of stuff. So, and I was in high school and dropped out, went in the military, dropped out, got my GED, went in the military, and I came back like looking a lot different than whenever people last saw me, and still high school age. So all the high school girls like were very, very interested. Very
Body
interested.
by Uncle Sam.
Yeah, Body by Uncle Sam. And I dated this one girl, and as soon as I turned 18, and she was 16, like weeks away from turning 17. That's how close the age difference was. And also I found out that she was screwing around on me, whatever. Because whenever I was out of town, she would be hooking up with different people. And a friend of mine, she was like, yeah, I knew that you were dating her, but I just wanted you to know, because I wasn't sure if you were still dating her. Why? Because I want to try to get some, but she's screwing around with a bunch of different people. If you don't believe me, just show up whenever you're not supposed to, and you'll probably see what she's doing. I was like, oh.
Shizzy, were you in Arizona? Did you write
Mexico.
the gin, did you write the gin blossoms found out about you? Was that Shizzy's little broken heart? He's like,
no, I
heard about you at the bus stop, heard about you in the schoolyard.
I wasn't really that heartbroken because she did the same thing. That's how we hooked up. She was screwing around with somebody and then basically said that she'd broken up, and they didn't. That was really interesting. That was a good way to lose a good friendship. Dude like walked in whenever, let's see her. I'm trying to think what position she was in. Some odd position. Compromised position. Let's put it that way. A very compromised position. He walked in and it was just like, hey, what's up? And he was just like,
there's no way you can say you're trying to find her earring with the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
We're working on the 3-legged race. I didn't realize it wasn't that 3 legs. I am so sorry. Your Honor, sorry. It was entrapment. I did not know.
Well, so I knew the kind of person that she was, but anyway, whenever I turned 18, I was just like, yeah, like the day I turned 18, I was like, yeah, you can't hang out anymore. You can't be around me. Anything that was under 18, cut it off. There was lots of girls. It was just like, I immediately went from like girls in high school to girls in college and waitresses and things like that. Waitresses are so lonely. I don't understand it.
Well, I mean, can you imagine serving a pie to just one person? We feel bad.
Just saying. I had a good time in New Mexico.
Yeah, we have to hang out with. I have to hang out with Flux. We just get so busy with our stuff.
She belonged to the night.
All right, Shizzy, maybe you can explain this to me. What in the actual hell is a studio, and what was Phil Collins singing about? Was it a cocaine thing? I just need to know.
No, I don't know.
Damn it.
Studio. I think maybe it was the person's name.
I don't know. I just figured
maybe it was one of them there Transformers. Like,
oh, gosh.
I mean, there's been lots of rock and roll songs written about the Transformers.
Dude looked like a lady.
Yeah, dude looked like a lady. There was the one where it's like Lola or Layla.
I thought Layla was about a chick that was married that he was doing, not a transformer.
No, totally. Walk like a woman and talk like a man.
Possibly. As long as Billie Jean wasn't, because if so, then that child being there, someone needs to call the police. That child has done been kidnapped.
No, Lola. That was what it was. La la la
Oh.
Lola. La la.
Oh, okay,
la,
yeah.
Lola.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you said Layla, and I was like, no, I thought that was Eric Clapton cheating on another man's wife.
Well, probably cheating on another man. I don't have a lot of love for Eric Clapton. Now, see, I liked his early stuff, but then whenever he was doing a lot of his solo stuff, I was like, I'm just not really impressed.
I think I'm the only person my age who loves Phil Collins, but I just didn't understand that song. I was like, I'm going to get someone who is around the time, who is in the scene, who knows music. What in the flippin' hell is a studio?
I hate Layla. Like, I really despise that song. Like, the most is like, no, I
don't like that it ends with this weird guitar solo thing that doesn't really go anywhere and leaves you expecting either another verse. It's just kind of an abrupt ending for someone who usually does. There's such momentum in the front of the song, and then you go to his vanity solo project.
Do you know what would make more sense if you heard the song on the album? Because it would feed to the next song right afterwards. So that's one of the problems whenever you hear these songs as singles and you don't hear like the whole album that was put together, the way that it feeds into the next song. So that might change things. In your 20s, under 18 gets creepy. Yeah.
Well, so true story, Mr. Mo, we were matched online where it clearly states our age. I did not lie about my age because I had 3 children. I figured, there were other things that I was going to have to, talk about when matching with someone. And I still had this mouth. So, but we got together and he's like, "You're how old?" Because he wasn't, we're 9 years apart. So we got together when I was 26 and he was like, "I wasn't going to date anyone under their 30s. You guys are just dumb." And I was like, "Well, thanks. You're the one who picked me. Yeah. So you're a moron." Our love language is so beautiful. I'm going to write a book. Sarcasm is my love language.
Oh, I've done that with my wife before because we'll be sitting around, joking, poking fun at one another, and it'll be the stupid little things because I don't look at my wife this way. It'd be like, she'll go, "You want me to grab you another beer? I'm getting ready to go on." And it's like, "Yeah, that's right, bitch. Get me another beer. Grab me 2. She just look at me, so just walk off and go get a beer for me. Yeah, I mean, because she knows,
we're not like that.
Right, because I'm not joking. I am joking.
You're not joking. You went full Cotton Hill. You're like
full Cotton. Go get me a beer, woman. No, it'd be
like I lost my shins.
Yeah, I mean, it's things like that, or she'll be wanting to get frisky and come up, and smack me on the ass really hard, which I just absolutely hate. But she's like, "Oh, it's such a perfect dance." I'm like, "Thanks, but it hurts."
She's nicer because if there is an opportunity, I am an immature 12-year-old boy at heart in my humor, so I will just goose Mr.
She does that too. Like,
I need to be a better wife and just do a little tap instead of a "Oh, what the hell are you doing?" I did not need a prostate exam. Like what the good night.
Stop.
No. Mr. Mo's bringing out a doll like, "Well, what had happened, Your Honor?"
She touched it right there.
"Your Honor, I was doing the laundry like a good husband.
And I wasn't wanting to be stuck in the dryer, but that's what happened."
Any of the hubs, you owe me about $75,000 gajillion because I done just made. We both need to split it. We done just made you a whole new freaking genre. I'm not sure who it's gonna sell to. I mean, that's y'all's business to figure it out. But we've done given you a whole new, 90 billion scripts to make. Shizzy, you have your script for Sunday night. You realize this.
No, I've already got my script for Sunday. I think it's already written. Oh my God. What is the one for Sunday? Oh, these are lyrics to love songs as told by Winnie the Pooh.
Piglet, they say it's wrong, but we've been together all along. And California passed Prop 8. So I say we set a date. It can't be any weirder than Don Lemon's marriage anyway. So let's make it our day. And then Pooh just gets down and on his knee and proposes to Piglet. This is, you guys.
It takes a new term to Donkey Show. Oh, I don't think I want to do that.
Eeyore's like, leave me the fuck out of this shit.
Leave me out of this. I'm just a donkey.
Look, they already killed me, and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, they apparently cannibalized my ass. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my depressed ass over here and be away from your shenanigans and drink me this gin.
Well, Mo, he just looked it up about Phil Collins, and it has no meaning. It was made up by him, and the song was about a girl he had a crush on in school. Oh, that's pretty nice.
Well, I mean, you know what? And I love Pearl Jam. I love every single one of their songs. Something. Oh. Eddie Vedder. It's called Enunciation. I would... When I have to buy the little, cassette, and then you'd have to pull out the long thing and be careful not to tear the perforations. And you're like, what the fuck do you think he was actually saying? And you're like, I heard none of those letters come out of this man's mouth. I demand a refund. I want my $8 back, ma'am. There's not one letter.
Kaiser, you get feeling better. He says, he's Shizzy, Mo, chat. Hope y'all are having a good evening. Stopping by to drop a thumbs up and a comment. Sorry for the flyby. I'm down with a nasty cold. Oh, I know that feeling. I noticed that you were looking a little puckered out last video you did. You were looking a little tuckered out. I was going to say something to you, but you seemed to be picked up by the time that I saw you again. I was like, okay, I think he's doing okay. So get you feeling better, man. That's rough, man. I hate getting sick. It's probably that spring allergy crap too.
That and Indiana decided there is no spring for us. It went from freezing to 80 degrees. So.
Oof. May have been in love with Shires, and that Shires too could have believed she was in love with the boy.
No.
Sadly, I think they do. Sadly, I think frequently, and more frequently than not, for example, this particular woman may have been sexually abused herself. So she connects to someone who was the same age she was when she was abused.
No.
They really have, mentally and emotionally, they have a very hard time thinking there's anything wrong with it. They think it's true love showing sex. They've been...
So you're saying, basically what she's saying is the same thing about men. Because it's not gender specific here, is what she's saying. So basically this is what men think too. I mean, how sick is that she's writing it off? I agree with you, Mo. That
she's writing it off because we have for such a long time made a joke about it. Like, oh, where are these hot, teachers when I was a kid? And Melanie, to your point, the Police song Don't Stand Too Close to Me gets even creepier when you realize that Sting was an English teacher. And I used to love that song. And then I had girls that became teenagers and I was like, Sting, I'm calling in a warrant. That entire song is a probable cause affidavit. And I am asking you to go in front of the King's Court or whatever they call the prosecutors over there.
Isn't he basically saying that, here he is looking at this hot young thing And she keeps just getting closer and closer, and he doesn't want to have anything to do with her because of her
Yes, but
age.
it's still a creepy concept and a little too close to home for a teenage mom of girls. So I'm just like, no, we will have none of that, Sting. I refuse.
Yeah.
And also, Sting, Roxanne, you met her. She was a hooker. Unless you are bringing in a big bucks, you expect her to not make money. What? She's going to go be a Walmart checkout girl for true love? I'm going to need you to be a little clear with yourself. But you met her. You knew she was a lady of the night. I don't understand.
But you don't have to turn on the red light. Come on. Really. You don't have to you don't have to sell your body to the night. You could do it during the day.
Is he paying her bills?
Well, you can do it during the day.
Oh my God. Can you imagine the remake? Roxanne, you don't have to turn on the
camcorder.
Because there's a cam right there. And it goes, and your butthole's all over the internet. Well, I'll have to work on the lyrics, but I mean,
we'll have to work on those.
It'll rocks.
That's a love song, right? Could you imagine Pooh singing that one? Oh, Piglet, you don't have to put on the red light.
No honey's worth that money. I don't care if it's wrong or right.
Show your honey pot on the interwebs.
Oh, dear Lord. I really should eat more if I'm going to drink because I had to go people at Sam's Club.
Sexualize themselves to confuse love and respect is the same thing as sex. It's shocking, but intellectually they know it's not right. Intellectually they can take a little test and say, don't groom children, don't have sex. But emotionally, and they're very susceptible to their own impulses.
Cadigan says there also may be an explanation for why Shires' sexual interactions with the boy were recorded on video.
Well, I'm not a psychologist, but for all the hundreds of perpetrators I've known, many of them are what's commonly called.
You're not a psychologist, and what in the hell are you talking about, woman? Are you just some random person like talking shit on the internet?
Shizzy, she has the urn of her first husband behind her, the urn of her second husband on the other shelf, and then all the books that she's read. She knows shit. I'm hoping those are decorative vases, but I've seen an urn or two in my life.
Yeah, those do look a little bit like urns.
They're sex addicts. They're absolutely obsessed with this kind of sex, with pornography, and with videoing. And it's like an alcoholic, a drug addict, or any other kind of addict. They'll do anything to hide, steal, and get what they need, that dopamine rush. And it's that's why they have training. That's why they have child abuse reporting laws, because if you see something, say something.
But with those recordings on top of Shires' alleged confession, Cadigan believes the prosecution has a strong case.
This woman's gone. She's going down. She's going to prison. Absolutely. It doesn't get any stronger than that. There's video evidence and there's a recording. Yeah, that woman's in big trouble. I always am completely amazed at how many people have no idea that you can get text messages, emails. Yeah. Nothing ever dies on the internet. Nothing. But
I feel like we need to make a muffin basket for her husband.
Why people do stupid things, I don't know. I mean, they're just.
Did they dress up their damn dog?
Yeah,
in pinstripes.
That's a pretty Dalmatian. He's got a seersucker suit on.
He looks like he's plotting. He has the look on his face that most cats have naturally, and it's unusual for dogs. But he looks like, I'm just waiting for them to fall asleep, and then I'm going to go poop in their shoes.
It's like, no, he goes, I don't like where she puts the peanut butter.
Jesus. I don't doubt it.
They're compelled. They're addicts. They can't stop.
My uncle tells me a story of this this woman that he was really attracted to as he was young, and she was like the widow. And one day he showed up at her house just to, for some random reason, I don't remember. And well, what was going on with the pups was not what he expected. He was like, immediately ran away, and like you can't wipe that out of your mind. It was like,
No, there is no bleach. There is no Clorox of the brain. I'm working on it, y'all, but my chemistrology skills, Mars is in retrograde is all I got to say about that.
Yeah, my uncle's like, I was so scarred for the longest time. I could never look at her in the same way again after seeing that. Like,
and I couldn't watch Lassie ever again.
Oh God, no. He was just like,
not Rin Tin Tin.
It's like Old Yeller had a favor done for him.
Not Balto. No.
No. It was just I felt so bad for him. I was like, oh, it's like you had to see that as a young child.
There are weird things that you can like to do, but they again, I think we can all agree it is 2024. Let's stop all the shenanigans. How about you can be as weird and kinky as you want to be? Just you cannot parade about it. Don't tell nobody unless they ask. And believe me, there are going to be some weird people like me out there that are going to be like, so you're a bionic transformer furry. How does that work? I mean, you're going to get people that are going to do it because we just want to know. We just have to know how things math-ercise themselves.
Well, and that was how I was whenever I was out in California. The first time that I ever met a crossdresser or transvestite. I mean, I met crossdressers, transvestites, drag queens, the large gay population or whatever, and I was just like, I don't quite get it. It was like, I'm not saying that I'm just like, missionary position, wahoo, that was fun, hooray. Like, but I'm just like, okay, I don't get this. Wait, so you don't like gay guys, but you want to be with a straight guy, but I was like, how does this work? I don't understand this.
And 90% of the people are too embarrassed to ask, but I am that person that I just go in there and I'm like, look, if I'm being too nosy or too weird, you just tell me because I am deeply unserious, but I have some questions.
Yeah, that was me too. I was like, I really have some questions. I'm not interested. I just really have some questions.
Like,
this makes
I just need to understand trigonometry here. And this ain't physics thing for me, sir.
Well, and I can tell you stories. I'm just not going to do them here on the interwebs, but I was like, okay, I got you. But
So,
no.
wait, Shizzy's like, you need a snorkel, a blowtorch, some rope, and whipped cream and a Subway sandwich? I have suddenly realized that this line of questioning has gone beyond my ability to litigate, and I am going to be walking out of here slowly with a smile on my face and bless your heart, sweetie. I'm going to be like, God bless.
Usually bless your heart, man. That's so weird. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I still don't get how you do that, but okay.
I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much how a lot of the conversations end. Like, really?
Yeah. Really?
With the cheese grater.
Yeah.
On Tuesdays. But only when the full moon is out. Oh. That is well, that I have learned a lot.
Yeah.
And I appreciate this TED Talk of yours about your interestingness. Thank you. Like, I did ask the questions. I'm a little horrified now, but it is on me. I did ask the question.
And the thing was, back in the 80s, 90s, it's like the term post-op, pre-op, they had no.
Yeah.
That had no you don't have that concept. You're like, what? I was like, well, before you do the bottoms, like they it's like, yeah, oh no. No, not, I don't, no, that, no. What? No, that, and it's like, well, it never heals. I was like, yeah, no.
And then Shizzy did the one thing you're never supposed to do. Years later, he went on YouTube and looked up the animation of said surgery and can never eat a hot dog again. It's a very sad story.
Stop.
With all that evidence, Cadigan theorizes that Shires may take a plea deal.
There's video evidence and tape recording evidence. They're going to tell her, the prosecutor's going to tell her, you take a plea deal or we'll put you away for a number of years.
Yeah.
So she'll probably, there was a
Why
similar
is
case
Maud here telling
where a
us stuff
guidance
if she's
counselor
not
did
a
something similar,
doctorologist?
and she ended up going to prison, I believe, for a year and then probation as a sex offender for years afterwards.
That dog looks depressed.
She was lucky to get that. She jumped on it.
Maybe she's an attorney.
Maybe.
That may happen in this case.
That would explain the urns.
Everyone's like, you're an attorney. You can be the executrix of our estate. And she's like, I'm not a probate attorney. I'm a criminal. You're an attorney, right? Okay, good. Here you go.
Here you go. Here, hold my husband.
Lawsuits could be on the way if Shires' employer, the National Youth Advocate Program, was notified about the interactions.
Certainly, there could be a lawsuit against her employer if they had noticed that she had a propensity.
So what you're saying is she got like the little lip rings here or something like that, here and here.
Yeah.
And that's why she's got all those scars. That explains all. That explains a lot. Okay, that explains a lot.
To be dangerous with children. You know, it varies from state to state, but generally you can't sue a state or a governmental entity for a crime unless they have notice of the propensity. For example,
Well, it helps keep the why is the logo over a boo? That helps keep the YouTube people.
The YouTube gods appeased.
Yes.
Doing this
because we don't want them to associate with us, or them to associate us to associate with them, or them to associate with us. So what they say is what they say, but we don't have to agree with them, just like they don't have to agree with us. This is just one way of letting them know that I don't give a poo.
I keep looking for a Danielle Steele behind her. Like she forgot to put all her smart books like in a frame. So there's like some Danielle Steele in there, some bodice rippers, you know. I keep thinking, I mean, that would be hilarious. Again, this is why I don't have ADHD. My mind is simply crafting the backstory to 1,000 different hilarious scenarios that can make this funnier. I have hilarity detecting syndrome.
Because this is what I think it was Mo made this for me, or it was Junior.
It was not me.
No, not Mo. Farrell. I'm sorry. I think either Farrell made it for me or it was Junior that made it for me. So that way we could do streams, and maybe it was Junior that did it for me.
This interview could suddenly go bonkers and shoot your cameraman. Would your employer be liable for that?
Yeah.
Only if they had reason to know that you were a gun nut and were threatening them. You know, it's that kind of notice that their employer would have to have.
Law and Crime Network reached out to NYAP for comment on Shires' arrest. They responded in part, quote, "Protecting children is everyone's responsibility. The National Youth Advocate Program, NYAP, is saddened by the situation involving one of our former employees and a young person served by our organization." The statement went on to say the organization is cooperating with law enforcement.
See, and that's the thing is groups like this, you know, that think that they're doing a lot of good, don't vet out people like her. And then they come out and they say, oh, protecting children is everyone's responsibility. And we're saddened by the situation involving one of our former employees and a young person served by our organization. Well, and here's the thing. If they really wanted to take responsibility, as they say, protecting children was our responsibility. We're not only saddened, but we're angered by the situation involving one of our employees. that is now a former employee, and we hope runs the way right through a field of wood chippers and possibly landmines on Snake Island.
Well,
Because
this kind
of shit happening to, go ahead.
All of our employees to make sure that no other boundary, and we will be having retroactive training about what a boundary is, because apparently that was a Webster's dictionary page that was lost for this chick.
Yeah.
Along with felony.
Yeah. And if this was my company and I'm running this, I guarantee you every single one of my employees is getting a thorough background check, and we're going to be diving deep and seeing what in the hell is going on with these people, because something's not right here. That they could even get into an organization like this. And if they're getting into this organization, what other organizations are they getting into?
Well, that and what in the culture of my company allowed a single, adult and a single child to become this isolated, to not have checks and balances. I understand that this is, probably maybe an in-home services or things like that, but there should still be periodic, surprise visits where people come in and check things, where the supervisor talks to the parent and says, how are you feeling about this, without the social worker there? So if the parent is, nervous, concerned, or anything like that, it should be made clear to parents at the beginning of, services, that if at any time they feel, uncomfortable with their service provider, they can call either a hotline, a 24-hour line, or B, the supervisor in charge with their case.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all simple things that could have been done that may not catch every case, but obviously aren't going on.
Right.
And I have never even worked in a damn office, and I'm coming up with these.
Yeah. Well, and it's, you say you never worked in an office. Well, this is the first time that I've actually worked in a real office setting situation. Yes, banging the boss is like one of the perks to
Hey, whatever boss secretary thing y'all have going on, I'll ask about it later.
It's awesome. No, but here's the thing, like the dealership that I worked at. So we had these people.
Sorry,
come in.
Shizzy. I am just imagining you dropping your pencil and trying to get a file out real slow in front of your wife. I'm sorry.
Smacks it. She just smacks it.
Or gooses you and you end up with a concussion.
Probably, at my age, probably would end up with a concussion and maybe a little enjoyment. You never know.
Well, so learning new things about yourself every day isn't encouraged.
Well, it's just, you tend to forget the old ones, So no, so they would have these what was it, the whole race relations or sexual harassment courses that they would have,
workplace,
those kind of things.
That's sexual harassment, and I don't have to take it. Oh my gosh, if that commercial wasn't more ubiquitous and hilarious.
So no, they would have these things where they would have a meeting and, sexual harassment in the workplace. And I would come in there and be like looking around and go, you know what? You're the only woman that I see in here. Like, you're the only woman, and you're telling a group of mechanics that work in a shop with other men about sexual harassment. This is a big waste of time. You realize that right now I'm losing hundreds of dollars because I'm standing in this class. So unless you're just going to tell me don't touch women that you work with is bad and let me go about my way, I'm just going to go about my way. And they would go, well, you have to stay in the class. I'm like, what are you guys going to do? You're going to fire me? Because if you're telling me that you're going to fire me, because I won't attend one of your struggle snuggle fucking work class bullshit things. How about this? You pay me $2,000. I will sit through a half-hour class where they can sit there and tell me that I'm not supposed to be fondling women that I work with, because I don't see any of the women that I work with. There's like 2 women that I deal with on any regular basis, and I hand them paperwork and then I go about my day. That's it. So yeah, that's tons of sexual harassment going towards them. Great. I'm married. I'm happily married. I don't have time for your bullshit. How about pay me $2,000? I'll sit through a half-hour class. Sounds good? Until then, I'm going to go back to work.
Sounds they did not like me.
Yeah. Well, you have to sit through this class. All right. Well, whatever. That was like whenever they told us we couldn't carry firearms to work anymore. I was like, right. Okay. Sign this paperwork. I was like, what are you going to do? You going to fire me? Here's your paperwork.
I hope you have a person that can work on a Hemi engine in 5 minutes. Have fun.
It was Honda. We didn't have any Hemis there, but it was just
okay.
Yeah.
Shizzy, that was the only car related. It was either that or like an HVAC, and I knew that wasn't correlated with that. So Hemi was the only one I could pick out of the nebula of ridiculous words that are floating around in my head 24/7.
Oh, you just say, unless you know somebody that can change an air filter. Unless you can change out the washer fluid, the blinker fluid.
Wait, are you telling me that y'all didn't harass each other all the time? You didn't tell Cletus he had a real nice, handlebar mustache all the time?
No, I just usually call him a fat ass. And then he'd throw a wrench at me and try to hit me. Call me the N-word, and we'd just go about our day. By the way, Cletus was black. Didn't care. Serious, we didn't care. We were there to have some fun.
It's so lovely. I mean, there is something, this is going to sound incredibly Dr. Phil, but there is something pure about the way grown men or guys just relate to each other, because girls, you have all of this internal politics. You have this, especially if you're bad at peopling, if you are bad at humaning like I am, all the internal girl politics is exhausting and confusing. But guys are just like, well, holy hell, Earl, you look uglier than the last time I see you. How the hell are you hanging, brother? And it's just like that pure, just, I'm there for you, you're there for me, but we are going to take the Mickey out of each other to the point of almost like calling a Geneva Convention.
Oh, I mean, I had one guy that I got a whole bunch of like pictures. Like I printed them out on one of our printers, and it was a spider pig, and I had him like hanging all over. Every time he'd open like up a drawer or something, there would be spider pig, and he was just like. I got pictures of the old guy, and someone had they were like emptying stuff out, and I grabbed one of those little wheelchair signs and then a wheelchair and set it in front of his toolbox and took a picture and sent it to him. Just stuff like that. It was fun. It's just like whatever. Like hooking up windshield washer fluid and a hose that runs all the way down the shop. And then it goes up and over. And I didn't do this, but somebody else did. And then they had a little motor that was hooked up to the washer fluid pump. And then they would just hook it up to a battery while this guy was leaned over working on something. It would spray all up his back. And you'd turn around and like nobody's there. And dude's like 6 bays down laughing his ass off. I've got a guy that had floaties on his arms. Because Chuck had floaties on his arm. So imagine a guy that looks like Homer Simpson in reality. Like dude looked like his face looked like that. funniest guy you could ever possibly run into. And his the bay that he worked in was there was a water leak over his bay, and so his bay would just flood with water. And one day he was out there working on a car, and he had floaties on, just like pulling an engine out of a car. We were just laughing our ass off.
That does make sense, because I was like, is there something inherently dangerous about the engine that he doesn't want to touch?
Oh, no. It just humor, just absolute humor. I've got a picture
you mean
of
that
him.
thing we used to have?
Yes. I got a picture of him standing under a car that had a mustache on the front of it, and he has it as a wig over his head. and he always has this sort of like look on his face. I'll have to show you the picture later because it's so damn funny, but he's just got this look of utter disappointment. I literally wanted to make just a calendar of nothing but Chuck. just like a perfect calendar of him with just this look of utter disappointment, and because he would just look like he was just depressed or pissed off, and he wasn't, because he was just funny as hell, but he would just have this look of,
look, he has resting Eeyore face. Some people have it. And everyone comes up and asks you, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, my face just looks like that. Like, I was born 47 and a little irritated. I think I'm B. Arthur brought to life. And I didn't get a whole lot of time in heaven to hang out.
50 Tastes of Honey by Winnie the Pooh. HAW. Oh. No, only the female ones. No, only the female ones. None of the male ones are.
If I could have a superpower and it wasn't being skinny or flying or being invisible, I would love to be able to put things together. My kids, my boys can look at, okay, one of my boys, the rest are still in chaos mode.
Yeah.
But one of my boys can just look at the Lego set and put it together without looking at the instructions. I can read the instructions, have the instructions here, and still screw them up.
Well, I mean, I got really good at doing certain things like tearing apart engines and replacing rings on them, and you know, just the most, like, to me it was nothing. You just look at it and you're just like, okay, that comes off, this comes off. How long is it going to take? I had a guy that he got so pissed off at me because I said, okay, I'm here at 6 o'clock in the morning, because I worked from 6 to like 3 or something like that. And at 3 o'clock, I'm ready to go. So I would be like one of the first people there. I would be getting everything set up. I would go through all the tickets, see what work was up, what I needed to get taken care of first. And then I would just start through my whole day. And at lunch, I would stop, I would take lunch, and I would go out to my car and sleep for a half an hour. So eat for 15 minutes, sleep for a half hour. And that gave me another 15 minutes to sort of wake up and stretch and, be ready to go back at it. And then at 3 o'clock, I'm like packing up my toolbox and walking out the door. He's like, how in the hell are you able to do that? He goes, and your bay is cleaned and you don't have any work to do. I was like, timing.
I come in, I see what I need to get done, and I work on the hard stuff first.
Or just know my limitations. And he was like, man, I just don't understand. And he said, because he asked me one time, and because he saw the way that I would do things, and he goes, how much money do you think it takes to be like absolutely happy? I was like, no amount of money is going to make you happy. He goes, what do you mean? I said, find something that you enjoy doing. Even if you don't enjoy doing it, find some enjoyment out of it. And if you can find peace in that, you're going to be like, no amount of money pays for that happiness. And I guess he took it to heart, and he quit his job and opened up his own business, basically buying used cars that were in really bad condition, fixing them up, and turning around and selling them for a big profit,
I mean, that's great.
And he came back to me and was just like, he was like, I understand now exactly what you meant. He goes, I'm spending more time with my family because that's what I enjoy. I hired like 5 guys to work for me that are good mechanics. I know what they're doing. I'm happy with what the product they're doing. Sometimes, we get under a crunch and I have to get in there and do some work. He goes, but my hands aren't all greasy and I'm spending time with my family. And he goes, and plus I'm getting money, but the money I don't really notice it as much. I'm not stressed over it because I'm getting like all the enjoyment of my newborn and my 3-year-old.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean,
that's what
that is the one thing that money can help with, but you'll find is that you at least what I found in my life is that you will come into a chunk of money and there will be a need that you didn't realize that will come up exactly at that moment. So, you never really get like, "Ooh, we're getting a raise." It's more like, and how much of the government is going to be taking of that? It's taking all of it. So I technically am just as 100-aire as I thought it was going to be, maybe 1,000-aire, but no, the government is taking that. I am still 100-aire.
Well, and a simple thing happened there that sort of, I guess a lot of people weren't thinking about. Whenever I was there, they were just like, oh yeah, you go to Honda school, you become master tech, you can get paid, X amount of dollars more per hour and everything. And I'm sitting there and I'm like I'm really bad at math, but I'm doing the math in my head. And I'm like, okay, so as a master mechanic, you're going to give me all of the really difficult ones that nobody else wants to touch. And then I'm going to so that means I'm going to be doing about 30% more work for about 2% more pay. I'll tell you what.
That's not math.
I was like, I'll tell you what, how about this? If you want to like double what I'm making, I'll jump in there and do that. That sounds good to me. Like maybe double it whenever I hit that certain threshold. And then whenever I'm like master mechanic, how about triple that? And then I won't really mind that I'm getting all of the crap work. But it seems to me like I'm doing more work, getting less pay for the amount of work that I'm doing. Like the math isn't working. They just looked at me and they were just like, it's like, you're not supposed to be smart. You're just supposed to do what we tell you to do because it sounds really good. Because then you get a prestigious little plaque on your wall. I was like, that's why I didn't go into management, you dumbasses. Because I made more money as a mechanic than going into I made more money as just the guy changing oil than the mechanics were, which they couldn't understand. I was just like, how are you making more money than a mechanic or just changing oil? I said, because you get really good at it, you get really fast. And you crank out as many of those as you can. And if you're getting paid a percentage of every single oil change that you do, well, then you just grab as many of those things as you can. And that's all you do all day long. Just nothing but oil changes. Just knock that stuff out. Oh, tire rotations, whatever. This is how much I get paid. Boom, 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 boom. And it's like, why would I sit here and like change out some brakes? It's going to take me, 30 minutes to do a brake job whenever I can do 4 oil changes in that period of time and make 3 times as much money. Sure, I'm getting paid less per hour and they just call me, shit for brains, the oil change guy, whatever. Cool. It doesn't matter. More money.
It is. And there's a certain personality type that likes the title. And then there's a certain personality that just wants to be left the F alone to get their stuff done and not be bothered. Because they have 2 modes. They have don't bother me, or I will become the president of this company and make you stop bothering me. Like,
I'll just make enough money that I can just get the hell away from you is what I do. Oh my God.
Well,
welcome.
you don't have the vengeance thing I do. I'm like, I will come back here. I will own this joint.
Yeah, I'll wait until I win the lottery. Then I'll come back and buy this place out and burn it to the damn ground. How's that? So that way nobody has a freaking job because it doesn't even deserve to be here. And no, I won't sell the property either. I'll just sit on the property and let it get overgrown with weeds. All right, I'm sorry.
But this isn't the first time in recent weeks we've seen a case of this nature. As Law and Crime Network reported, 38-year-old teacher Alyssa McCommon of Tennessee was arrested twice last month after allegedly raping one of her 12-year-old former students. Prosecutors now say she's pregnant with the boy's child. Cadigan says she's seen an uptick in.
There's the one that Mo wants to talk to.
No, that's what Mo would look like. Like, this heifer looks like she ain't had a good night's sleep in 17 years, just like me. Only hers must have been because of, well, I'm guessing fighting the demon that's possessed her soul. I don't know.
Cases like these.
Mine is from being a mom.
I think it being reported has become increasingly higher in numbers. I've been surprised to have a number of these cases reported more frequently.
And she's pregnant by him.
I think that people are becoming aware that it is a crime. It doesn't matter if the perpetrator or predator is a female as opposed to a male. In the past, I think that people always considered the male to be the predator, even if he's, say, for example, 13 in this case, and the woman's always the victim. I'm sure you're familiar with people who say, a lot of people joke and think it would be so cool to have sex with their teacher if the teacher was a woman and the victim was a man. There's always this power differential in how people see the sexuality of men and women.
After her arraignment on Saturday, Shires' bond was set at $500,000. She's due back in court on October 16th.
And that's an old one right there. That's a really old one. Because that would have been like last year, I think.
Yeah, I think she didn't turn out to be pregnant because no baby has appeared.
No, not for Shire, but for the other one, the 38-year-old. I think she was. So the younger one, there was two different people there.
Oh yeah.
The end.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
From Tennessee.
I thought the older one was about a year ago, or was the younger one a year ago?
The younger one is a year ago. Well, both of them were within months apart. So the older one was from Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. So do you want to hear about the tow loss, or do you want to hear about the 18-year-old that attempts to fight police during the DUI arrest?
Let's see. Well, let's ask the chat. Do you want DUI or
a loss of a tow?
Detoification,
and trust me, either one of them is going to be awesome.
I wonder.
We can't give it away. You can't give that away. Can't give that away. Detoification. What's up, expert? What is up, brother? What is up? So you want Tammy wants the DUI. Let's see. 1's for DUI, 2's for tows. 1's for DUIs, 2's for tows. Do I need to do a poll? That's what I need. I'll let me do a poll here.
She's like, do you want to do this on your channel? I was like, no, I don't want to have to make polls or anything. I would just like to let you do all the work.
I want you to do all the work. I want you to be my biatch. That's what I want.
Well, I was going to say my very capable, man-sistant, but,
But, hey, bitch works too.
Well, I mean, it depends on which card Hallmark has available.
Oh my God. Yeah, which one do they have available? Let's see. Let's get in here and God dang, bless America. Where do we go from here? Let's go back and we're going to go to, there we go, control panel. All right, let's do this here. So, we'll put in, let's see if we can do something here. Super chat. Nope, that is not right. That is incorrect. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Foot or toe, we'll just say toe jam or
drunk presses his luck.
Or drunk princess.
Oh, it's a girl?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes it even more interesting. So we'll put this one in here. Give me a second. Paste that one and copy. There we go. Paste. There we go. And start the poll. Drunk princess or toe jam? Yeah. Let's see. It's 50-50 right now. 86%, 88% going for the drunk princess. 90%. Oh, they're going to be so disappointed, aren't they?
Well, I'm not saying that could allegedly show up tomorrow morning, but it could allegedly show up tomorrow morning.
It'll probably show up on mine, I guarantee. Like the conjoined twins, that one showed up on mine this morning. Oh,
I did not see that. I felt so bad. I watched all of their TLC specials and I forgot their names.
I had country songs. I was singing all kinds of country songs.
Oh my God.
Oh man. If you did not catch the stream,
was it Kelly Clarkson's Pieces of You?
Oh, that would have been awesome, but I don't know any Kelly Clarkson. Oh my gosh. I had like the best. I had the best stuff. Like, I picked a fine time to leave you, Lucille.
Well, as long as it wasn't from a distance, because that would have been cruel and Bette Midler.
So oh my God, we had so much,
Shizzy,
so much.
We're gonna need a lot of ice bags in purgatory because we're gonna be waiting there for a while. So we're gonna need to make mimosas.
What was that? Sorry to be you lovely Chappa Chat gets looked at for certain words YouTube doesn't like, so we try to alter the words. No, I don't care if you alter words. You can alter words, but if only if they're going to give you a hard time. I mean,
yeah, it's more that we don't want you to get your stuff.
You were always
because if
on
it's
my mind and forehead.
I always feel like there's somebody watching me.
Exactly. I mean, we had so many songs. It was just like, it was glorious. I mean, chat was having fun.
As long as there's going to be a big group in purgatory, someone's going to have to look. I will try to bring the drinks. But it might be BYOB after a while. So
bring your own bedroom. What?
Yeah. Bring your own bottle.
Bring your own bottle. I got you. Not
Shizzy, what kind of parties were you going to?
BYOT is what was going on with those two. I was like, bring your own twin. Damn it. Hey, I have to. We were attached to the hip.
The other one could sing. Could you imagine the duet of Ebony and Ivory from Conjoined Twins on opposite side of the forehead? I would pay some money to see that
hearts
shit.
Beat as one, that kind of thing. I see you in my dreams, and every time that I take a shower, how do you poop like that? That just seems like, really, are you what? Did you smell that? Did you smell that? Oh, I bet you did. It's like, they didn't shower together, which was like...
But I would... when you're trying to have like a silent but deadly, but you go away from everyone you care about and love because you're pretty sure that this one might take paint off the walls. You might have had cabbage and eggs in the same day. Like a moron.
Covered with hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, and you're trying to protect the people you love by leaving their vicinity, and then here you
Here you go, dragging me into your mess. Could you just imagine sitting in on a date like that? It's just like, oh yeah, I just bring a book. It's like, wait a second. So what kind of book were you reading? I mean, because it looked to me like they could see, like, how did you eat? Like,
I don't know. I still go back to the married twins, and one's in a relationship and the other one's not. And all I am thinking,
I'm just picturing the sibling rivalry where you're getting angry. It's like, get away from me. No, you get away from me. And they're just slapping at each other and kicking each other. Just like,
and you're like, ow, that hurts both of us. My face is the only part of our independent neurosystems. Stop it. Oh my God. And in the back seat of a car on a long drive, she's touching me, Mom. She's touching. She's on my side.
Stop touching me. I'm not touching you. You're touching me. You're always touching me.
Mom, she will not use her right arm to let me turn the page of the book.
No, the self-imposed Dutch oven, it's not like that because you could just pull it up around you like this and sort of like cover their face. All years of, what was that? Oh my gosh.
Well, and you're facing opposite directions, so it is friendly.
No, they were facing the same direction. They were attached, facing each other.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why I was saying, just imagine, one's going down, the other one's like, why am I looking at a belly button? I don't understand. That's not a belly button. That is. Why is it winking at me?
No, and you know what? So the whole news of them getting married, or her getting married to her husband, and the sister being kind of dragged along in a weird hostage situation.
Dragged along, seriously, physically dragged along.
Comes out, and then there's a bunch of articles like, you're all degenerate, asking all these personal questions, making fun of them. I'm like, don't tell me you did not try to do the physics and mathematics involved in astronomical, physiometry to try to figure out how the hell that worked. Because you're a liar.
Yeah, just imagine twins joined at the hip. That's like, okay, so dude's sitting there going, I mean, is your sister lonely too? Because she's got the same body as you do. I mean, is this gonna? Can she feel what we're doing, or no? She's just over there reading a book, doing her nails,
listening to Harry Potter live acted, the musical.
Yeah,
on her earbuds, really loud.
Can I just put a blindfold on her? She's giving me this side eye. I'm not sure I'm performing quite right for her, All right. So let's see. We got 72% are going for the drunk princess. So we're going to end the poll. And it looks like we have got 72% going after the drunk princess and 27 going for, and just so you guys know what you missed out on. This is what you missed. This is what you missed out on right here. This is what you missed out on. John Wayne Bobbitt reveals which was worse, having his wee cut off or his toes amputated. But you chose this one instead. So there you go. Just so you guys know what you missed out on.
To be fair, Shizzy and I, it's going to be on Shizzy's morning broadcast and mine on repeat, on a loop. We might not even get to another story because we're just going to be giggling too much, making all the one-eyed snakes and the grass jokes. It's cold outside. It shrunk. He said it was 19 inches. But it might look closer to 2 because it's cold.
It was cold. What? No, that was a throwaway joke. Sorry.
and was head on with cars that were parked on Scenic going south. And there was a police officer on the.
Yeah, that was me.
That was you?
Yeah, that was me.
And it's just like not a care in the world, you know?
How's it going today?
Just trying to
Yeah, what kind of errands you running?
Get this girl a sandwich.
Is that a tramp stamp on her stomach?
I believe so. I believe she didn't remember. She was maybe a little intoxicated when she went in, and she's like, I would like a tramp stamp. And they said, you're going to have to turn over. And she said, no, I am not hung over right now. Just give me the tattoo.
Yeah.
And the tattooist was like, I'm done. You know what? We'll just give you a front tramp stamp. It'll be awesome.
No, she probably just lifted up her shirt and laid back and said, just have at it. Read another one of these.
adult things.
Yeah. So where were you coming from?
If we're being honest, I am on the way to pick up on my friend, and because like I don't like doing things by myself because I have anxiety, so I like people coming on rides with me. So I was gonna go pick her up so I can go to the dispensary, get what I need, and then bring it back home.
Wait,
Well,
so
I'm
she's
glad
going
she's on
to
an important
she's
mission.
going to the dispensary. So like I'm going to the dispensary to get what I need, and of course I'm just gonna bring it back home.
Okay, but she doesn't even know where her home is because he asked her, where are you coming from? And then from honestly, we never actually arrived at where she began from.
No. Where are you coming from? Well, I'm going to pick up a friend because I don't like to ride alone. I'm going to the dispensary so I can pick up what I need so I can go home. If you don't know what dispensary is, well then Colorado, here you come, because dispensary is where you be getting your weed from. That's where
Your
she's
devil's
headed.
lettuce.
The devil's lettuce. Yeah, it's nowhere near Pikes.
Your wacky backy.
Oh, she's got a medical card. Oh, that's never good.
I mean, yeah, you seem like you have a medical condition, ma'am.
Yeah. You need a sandwich.
Do you have a prescription for Xanax bars? No?
Do you have a prescription for Xanax bars? No.
Ma'am, this is okay. I mean,
Is
you're
there
not
such a
supposed to
thing as a
lie.
Xanax bar?
Yeah, they come in. The pill is a bar shape, so that let's say when I was prescribed one, you know, you could, if you were feeling very, very anxious, you could take like a PRN, smaller, but kind of a bump dose. But it's
So
not
is
a
this
lot
like
of
a candy
doctors.
bar that's made out of Xanax or what?
No, the pills are simply shaped like an oblong like a remote.
And that's what I'm thinking. They're about that size. So
Well,
you just
no.
just like a bit of chaw, you just bite that thing
Well,
off and say, "Oh,
hers might be, but if Xanax makes you that skinny, you're since all of Hollywood and America seems to have used every single like dose of Wegovy and Ozempic that, you know, is out there. Can I get a bar perhaps? I mean, I don't want to be her skinny, so I'd be like maybe 2 bites in. I want a happy. I'd like maybe the Halle Berry look, still curvy-ish, but not, you know, just a happy medium. Your officerness.
Xanax bar, huh? Okay.
Have you taken any? All right. Hang tight. Let me get some gloves.
Why are
Because,
you
there's
asking?
getting right there in the driver's seat.
Oh, yeah, that's going to get you in trouble.
Ma'am, you're supposed to put that in your bra, but it doesn't look like you have a bra on. So
She put it in her pockets. but she doesn't have any pockets, so it fell out of her
And
prison
apparently
pocket.
it fell out of, yeah, I was going to say it fell out of her prison pocket. Them shorts are super short. Just
great minds think alike. Like, those aren't mine, Ossifer.
Ossifer. Honestly, I have social anxiety, and I was doing adult things today because I am an adult.
Sort of.
And I like how all of her sentences end with a slight upward inflection, so everything is a
question.
A question. If I could automatically outlaw several things, the executive orders I would put in as president, and I promise these would be my only ones. There would start to be at least a 25-cent fine for literally. The use of literally out of context and too much, you get fined 25 cents. We would fix the national debt just with Gen Z alone.
Oh yeah, probably.
And
literally.
the I would outlaw immediately people using upward inflections on every one of their sentences, so I don't know when they're asking a question.
Well,
I'm bad at I have to watch myself because I'm surrounded by teen girls half the time, so I find myself talking like them.
Saying and
like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and then I'm thinking, oh my God, I sound insufferable. Stop.
Wait until they start getting the vocal fry with the and the upward inflection.
God, no, they already know that they'd be grounded and removed from their cars, so they're kind of good with. But why? So it was I was adulting, and honestly, I have social anxiety. And I was going to get my friend because I'm really afraid of being at places by myself. But I was going to the dispensary because I have a card. Do you have a prescription for Xanax? A prescription? Why would I need a prescription? Well, because I found it on your car seat. Oh, I thought that I hid that in my shoe. You're wearing flip-flops.
Wow, am I in trouble? I don't know. Oh, they're in a little pill container.
Man, is your ID in your purse? All right, I'll get it. I'll get it. Hey, I said I'll get it. Stand over there at the end of your car. Do you hear me?
Okay, but if you were more respectful about it, I'm just saying. All right,
you're just saying?
We're all humans here. If you were more respectful about it, I'm just saying.
If you were more respectful
Can I look for my wallet? Well, why are you looking for my wallet? No, the thing is, that's my property. You have no choice.
Actually,
oh my God.
I do because I found friggin' Xanax bars on your driver's seat. If you want to explain something, explain those.
Oh my God, I'm in love with this officer, and I usually don't swing this way.
They were in plain view.
Yep.
That makes a difference.
Oh, were they in plain view?
Yeah, your butt was covered.
Okay.
Here, will you do me a favor and go sit on the bumper of that car over there?
How can she be so high but still have an attitude?
Okay, I just want to know what I was doing in particular.
Okay, the reason you were pulled over, you were called in as a possible drunk driver, and from the people that were calling in said that you hit multiple things. I haven't been to the other side of your car or really inspected your car yet to verify that, but you were found here. She's getting out with you. You were called in as a drunk driver. Okay, upon contact, she's finding things that are illegal in your car. So this is kind of the development that we're going. Okay. So for right now, while she's doing her job,
she is so high right now.
Sit at the front of that car, okay? Okay.
I understand. I guess.
Oh, officer, you might want to.
That's fine. You can.
An officer.
I mean, the fenders can be hot. I mean, if you want to sit on this bumper, that's probably not going to be as hot, but the fenders get hot.
Sit your pretty little ass down.
Ma'am, over here,
What
please.
the hell do you think you're
I've
doing?
asked you.
Attitude McBitchy face?
You're right. It is your car.
She's high.
Did she say yes or no? I'm sorry, she started talking. Hey, I've asked you nicely. You asked me to be respectful, didn't you? Have I not been respectful with you? And you're not doing what I asked you. Okay, would you like to sit down on the grass over there?
Like, can I sit down in my car?
No, you
What if
cannot.
I just have, like, hands up,
No,
everything?
you're not getting back in your car.
She has
You can sit on
really
the grass over
weird,
there,
long.
or we can sit in the
ET
back of this
hands.
car here, whichever one you prefer.
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh, she's gonna get tackled.
Oh, she's gonna find out what it is.
Shizzy, I have wondered. I watched these videos and I was unaware that we get to order the cops around because I had no idea that they're technically we are their bosses and it is our car. I don't know it. At what pitch do I need to put my thunder cowness in order to reach that level where the cops understand I am their boss? I mean, I would never in my life have the brass boobs to do that.
I don't know if it's brass. It's more like ignorance.
Lithium?
Well, maybe. Here, yes, they do work for us to to basically protect and to serve. But they're also working for everybody, and they're doing things of crap that happened after the fact. And I've always noticed if you give no reason for the popo to give you a hard time because you're not giving them a hard time, you're just respectful. Yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Answer as very little questions as possible. Where were you going? I was going from point A to point B. What does that matter? Well, do you know how fast you were going? Absolutely. And that's as far as it goes. Do you realize you were going 25 miles an hour over the speed limit? It's like, really? That's interesting. I'm usually very quiet. I don't get in arguments.
Okay. Shizzy, I have only been pulled over once, and I was actually pulled over in the middle of a turn lane because I honest to God didn't think that the cop was I have never been pulled over, and he was like, why are you going so fast? And I looked him dead in the eye, and I am embarrassed as heck. My girls who are learning to drive are with me, and I verbally vomited. I was like, I am so sorry, sir. I have just been in the mall for 8 hours. I wanted to get the hell out of Greenwood. I didn't realize I was going that fast, and I do apologize. And he just gave me a warning because I'd never had a ticket before. No, but I was so embarrassed. I was like, well, this is what happens. You give them your license, your insurance, your registration. You do not act like an absolute toe jam, and it's fine. You can pay a ticket. You can fight a ticket if you think it's wrong in court, but do not show your ass on a body cam photo or video.
Or even at all. Just be yes sir, no sir. My thing is because I'm usually happen to be carrying there, so I'm like hands are always on the wheel, and if they ask any questions, like where I'm going to have to go in my glove box for any reason or reach in my side console, I let them know that I am armed, and tell them exactly where it is, and before I move my hands, just so if you happen to see it, this is what you're going to be seeing, and I'm just letting you know ahead of time so you can be prepared but I am going for my wallet. But that, that black thing you see is not mine. It is not part of my body. Just so you know that was, I am a white man, and if you see something black in my pants, that is not part of my body. Don't shoot me because of it. That kind of thing. So just, this girl is high as all get out.
But you would think that she'd be mellow and not a bitch.
But she is mellow. That's why she doesn't know what she's doing or saying, because she does have resting bitch face, or more like horse face, or whatever you want to call it. But
Well, she has resting bitch attitude. I mean, it's not just her face, it's her entire attitude. With those long freakish hands, she's like, but the thing is that it is my car, and I don't even understand. Like, we are all human here, and if I could get my eyes to blink at the normal speed, I think you would understand that I am super sober.
I had a friend of mine that used to play the perfect drunk. Like, he would get pulled over by the cops for whatever reason, and whenever you get pulled over, you just look at him and go, how you doing? They're just like, sir, have you been drinking? Absolutely not. Not a single drink. And he would be stone cold sober the whole time, and they would like give him breathalyzer, and he would just, and all kinds of crap. He would just do it to screw with him. I was like, you were such a dick. And he would just laugh his ass off, just like, well, of course. What else you gonna do?
You're screwing with everyone else in the car that doesn't want to wait for you to do the dance of sobriety, where you put your left foot in and your right foot out, and they check your eyes to see if you have nystagmus. I mean, some people would just like to go home, you ass.
Oh yeah, he would pass all of their tests, but he would just talk to them like he was completely drunk. And they're just like,
and they just write on the ticket, special ed.
Special ed, yes. I know your name is Jack, but you are special ed.
The only thing I'm seeing is there's some scratchy stuff right there.
I'm gonna get my phone.
No, you're not. You're staying right here.
Okay, but why can't I get my phone to, like, at least have...
You're not getting back in that car
just
until they're
me,
done.
Or are her hands just like 8 miles long?
Be able...
No, you're just really high.
Well, that too.
She's got very long hands, yes. She's got long hands, and her face like has this weird sag to it.
Well, I think it's because she's so gaunt. Everything is an extension of a line. So there's not a curve to it. So she does have freakishly large hands, and maybe she should, go take care of ostrich eggs.
Oh, it's so mean, but funny.
I was trying to think of a productive thing that didn't involve, getting into triple X-rated, and ostrich egg was the first thing that came. I swear to God, my brain is a physical manifestation of the South Park, the manatees making the Family Guy joke.
Oh yeah,
that is what my brain is doing 90% of the time.
God, yes.
And I really can't explain to you how incredibly distracting it is when I think of something hilarious.
Well, it also could be his webcam. I'll give you that. It could be his webcam, because look at the phone line over his head and everything else.
Okay. So she could just be mildly freakish looking.
Yes, she could be mild. And she talks with her hands like, officer, I think I need to get my phone.
I like how she says it with such with such suritude. If I had half of the self-assurance that this high chick does, I'd have my own goddamn Oprah magazine with just me on the cover every effing month.
Yeah.
Talking about, like gratitude and philosophy, when really every single thing is just a monument to my ego. It'd just be Mo, the magazine, and it'd just be like,
yes. I like that. I like that. That
full on glamour shots.
Yes.
Every month.
Have a photographer just walking around with you taking pictures.
Yamaha biker is the second person that's asked if the tramp stamps on backwards.
Yes. Yes. See, she's a proctologist, level high. She's not on the planet.
I mean, I think even the Big Lebowski would look at her and say, ma'am, I think you have a problem. Like, man, dude, I think you have a problem.
You have a real problem, dude.
It's my right to like record anything that's happening in
Everything's
my life.
being recorded right here.
I know, but why can't I record it for myself?
You're not going back in that car.
But why?
Because, bitch. Because you're
I'm pretty sure pretty sure OnlyFans doesn't care about your DUI arrest.
Yeah. That's liquid baby Tarjay. I'm just picturing. I'm sitting here looking at her chest area, going, I don't think she has any boobs.
Well,
and if she does have any boobs, they're probably really small and sagging. Well, and if she lifted up her shirt, it probably looks like a couple of like forearms. I bet those are boxing gloves right there.
All I'm thinking is that portrait has really oddly drawn, like hand drawn by a middle school boy, like boobs. So if you look at it, they're not anatomically in the right spot, but you just see a bust and you decide to make it a bust.
All right. We'll draw it on here. So I'm picturing that her boobs sort of do something like this, just somewhere around.
They're probably very conical.
Okay. They're just sort of
because she's kind of a witch.
All right. And then I just picture these being a pair of boxing gloves that are attached to it. So it looks like she's going.
See,
whenever she takes off her shirt, I can picture it.
I just see the cleavage of the portrait continued on the tattoo. I find it oddly mesmerizing, but like crudely drawn by a 12-year-old who decided to like go in his textbook and draw boobies on things.
Yeah.
So not very well.
Maybe they're tattooed on boobs.
Ugh. Can you imagine being surrounded by her for hours as she tells you about her life?
I met some girl on a bus that had tattooed on her eyebrows.
I would do that.
No, you wouldn't have done these tattoos.
Oh, well.
She had the surprised look like this. And I was just like looking at her like, something's not right about your face. Because she was like, "Oh, they have a really nice tattoo." And it was this tattoo. She was like, "Oh, that's a really nice tattoo." And I was like, "Thank you." And she goes, and I'm looking at her face, and I'm sitting there going, "Something's not right about this girl's face." And she goes, "I got this tattoo on my face." And I was like, "Yeah, I thought there was something wrong there." And she was like, "What do you mean?" I was just like, "Well, it looks like you're surprised all the time."
I will say that my eyebrows I have to darken them every morning. So if I could get them,
permanent
just
there.
Permanent, but I kind of want to be a little exaggerated. So my kids, like, if I do this, they know it's the no more wire hanger mom. Like, not full fade done away, but like a semi-fade, a half fade, if you will. Like just one I can pull up manually up here, like, and then my kids know, oh shit, no more wire hangers.
No, you just not full done away. You use plastic ones on them, so that way they shatter after about 3 or 4 strikes.
You know what sucks now is all my hangers are plastic, and if I ever get the vacuum cleaner clogged up, it's like, where the hell is a wire damn hanger? Damn you, mommy dearest.
No, I hate. When my wife gets those plastic hangers, and of course I'll go ahead and hang it up, and all of a sudden the whole thing will snap apart, and I'm like, just give me a wire hanger so I can beat you with it. And she's like, you're not funny.
And just tell him Mo says I'm funny. And she'll be like, you can't play with Mo anymore. Actually, don't tell her that. Tell her Kaiser said that.
Yeah, I'll tell her Kaiser said that. You can't play with Kaiser anymore. Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty. Why would you think I would play with Kaiser?
Because he's on has a flu. So then you'll be like, you know what? Kaiser is so he felt so bad about it. His immune system. I mean, he got the flu. And then you get to guilt your wife for making Kaiser sick.
Yes.
Good Lord. Enhanced Mo is an evil genius.
I love it.
You can request this recording.
You can come with me to my car. My phone is right on that seat. One of y'all can come to me to that seat to get my car to let me videotape, because that is my human right. That is the bare minimum, y'all.
So let me ask you, who do you think is going to be the first one to take her down?
It's going to be the chick. The chick was done with her bullshit like the second she came on the scene. The chick is going to do a flying judge leap.
It's time for a new poll. Let's start this poll. Say who takes her down first, because I'm sure they'll all gang on her, because that's what's going to happen. Is it
Lady Cop with the hammer throw? Is it
Lady Cop? All right. Is it Officer Peabody?
Officer Shades?
Peabody, which is Peabody. I'm calling Officer Peabody I'm spelling that shit all completely wrong, and I'm not even. So Officer Peabody he is this dark-skinned gentleman right there. All right, that's Officer Peabody.
Did you spell P-E-E-E?
No, it's Peabody, like Peabody, P-E-A.
I know, but you said you spelled it all wrong, so I was guessing that was my guess with it.
Oh no, I spelled officer wrong. I spelled it ossifer. Sorry, Lady Cop, Officer Peabody. What were we gonna call the guy with the shades there? What are we gonna call him?
Patriot Rebellion, or what is that? Patriot Front.
Patriot Front. All right, Patriot Front. Is he gonna be the one that does it, or is it gonna be body cam? That's the one we've got right
Player
here.
one.
Player one. There you go. Player one.
Oh my God, I would play the MFing crap. I would learn to play a video game if it was
anything
Officer
like Player One.
Well, no, if it was body cam and I got to tease people like this all the time. If it was Dirty Harry, the video game. I said that just like Hank Hill. The video
game.
The video games.
I can't wait to see that, because I haven't seen this, so I don't know who does it. I don't know who Officer Beefcake is.
I don't remember if I've seen this one or not. This is the great thing about having a terrible memory now, is I'm always shocked at what I've seen, unless I remember in the middle. And I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this before.
I have seen this one.
And then I'm like, God, is this how our current chief feels all the time? Because it is disorienting as shit.
Well, as you guys are placing your votes, make sure you get them in there, because we are going to continue on. And whenever we get there, we'll end the poll. Let me close that, just so I don't have so many damn things.
And what
open
legal school did she go to? It's the bare minimum of human rights. Ma'am, there is no court of human rights that is applicable in the United States.
Exactly.
I don't know what mix of Yanni and NPR you've been listening to, but none of what you're saying is, none of your idiotic ramblings have come close to a coherent thought. We are all dumber for having heard you. May God have mercy on your soul.
Holy cow. I'm looking, it looks like Lady Cop is winning out so far. Oof.
Well, I mean,
we'll keep going. We'll keep going. We'll find out.
Lady Cop was done with her bullshit from like minute one. She got there and saw the bar on the seat. The rest of the cops are like, ma'am, can you sit over here, please? It goes back to what we were saying before with, you know, the father probably not going up to the female teacher, but having to hold Mama Bear Honey Badger back because she's over here like, oh no, I got my hair up. Let me go. Just like a little terrier, like. My
bets are on the officer in the front there, the Patriot front officer. That's my bet because he just can't wait to grab that.
He does seem like he's willing to put on a pair of khakis and maybe a neck gaiter and allegedly, sir, this is a joke, but change those sunglasses immediately. You look like a Fed.
Yeah.
So I can go to my phone is right there. Look behind you.
So, you have any idea why we're here?
Apparently what man's saying was I was drunk driving.
Okay, I take it you wasn't drunk driving.
No, I'm not drunk driving.
Out of curiosity, has your car always been like that in the front?
Yes,
There's always been a flamingo up front.
You have no
honestly,
ass.
Okay. What happened?
Honestly, what happened is, I see that there's no grill on there.
And your God bless Texas license plate is
no, she's got looks like somebody drew a picture of a British flag very poorly, like maybe her child. She was going to pick up because she doesn't like to be alone when she goes to the dispensary.
God. Please, Lord, don't let this woman have already had a child. Please let her figure herself out.
Oh.
First, okay, see this part of my car?
I do.
Well, that was messed up before, and yeah, she's got some sort of British flag on there that looks like it was hand drawn and is like made out of paper.
Ma'am, that's not how that's not how sovereign citizenship works, ma'am.
Well, I'm totally sovereign.
Flag.
Can't you tell by my tit tattoo?
Shizzy.
One day I came back from work,
Where you work? Where the hell do you work? Like,
well,
because she and I'm looking at her, I'm just like, she looks like she hits the meth a lot. Just saying.
Well, that's I mean, whatever it is, some people are naturally very skinny, but she looks like she's maybe very thin build naturally.
Right.
But this is either, I mean, all jokes aside, she looks like she's on the struggle bus hard.
Yeah. Like really hard. Like the only reason she's taking Xanax is because she's trying to come down from the meth high, so she can function enough to go to work. That's what she looks like.
Well, but I mean, her skin is fairly clear. I guess I don't know. I have stayed away
young.
from. Yeah.
You know. I don't know. Just looks rough.
Was like getting off and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was missing. No clue how was it missing. It was missing. This side of my car, we have a Chevrolet truck that's in its vintage.
Who's we?
Like, it's my grandpa's old school Chevrolet truck.
Gotcha.
So it's like, it's the biggest.
Those are some
and
weird looking hands.
Like a Jeep Cherokee that's also just like built in the 1990s.
Is she a gray? Is that what it is? She's got makeup on. She's actually one of them there gray aliens with the long fingers.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I was like, bone home. She's not high. She's just not human.
No, she's not human at all. Like if
She's
you put
not.
your sunglasses on, you would see it. If you put your sunglasses on, you would totally see it. You go, wait, I know what this is. I've seen this before.
I'd be like, I have seen encounters of the fourth kind.
Like
All right today, sir. Okay, how's it going? Fine, thank you. Thank you, sir.
That will never not be funny. Although you could also put the crotchular area up too, because that would be even funnier. I'm telling you, Shizzy, it's a superpower I have. My mind is always thinking, how could this be either more irreverent or more funny?
That's a good idea. I do have a picture somewhere. I think. Let me see if I think I've got it somewhere. It would probably work too if I did this. Just throw that up there.
Look, look, Halloween broke me. I'm finally getting my life back together. Can we please not? I finally stopped snorting, just at random times, thinking about it.
All right, let's do it.
Babies, and then they got a sidekick sushi.
Okay.
Or whatever it's called.
Sidekick sushi?
260? I don't know. I don't know cars.
I think she means to say Suzuki sidekick, but she said sushi Suzuki. She said
no, there's
sidekick
some sort
sushi.
of, I guess, add-on to the Jeep that was really antique in the 1990s. God, I feel old now. Thank you, ma'am. I don't like you even more now. But she's like, yeah, it was very vintagey antique from the 1990s. It's like,
Oh,
it's like
vintagey
so-
antique. Well, she probably, was born in the 2000s, wasn't she?
I don't care.
I mean,
Ma'am,
think about this.
you're
She could
insulting me.
easily have been born in 2001, 2002.
Oh, I
if she's
know.
18 years old and this is a couple years old even.
I know. God,
Makes you feel old,
ma'am,
doesn't it?
I know, because I was pretty sure the 90s were like, 5 years ago. Now, when I think of old, I think the 80s. I'm like, in the
geez.
80s.
When I think of old, I think of like 50s.
Well, I wasn't born in the beginning of either of those two decades, so.
Well, I wasn't either. That's why I'm thinking that's old.
Well, I'm thinking old as in relative. So when I was her age, what I would think would be old in a relative time pattern. So I guess that is relatively correct of what I would think of as old.
Right.
Yeah,
it could be ancient by then.
And then they got a sidekick sushi.
Okay.
Or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Do I need to get that fixed?
No, I'm just curious. I'm talking to you briefly here. When I got here, I saw your demeanor, your actions, and all that stuff. Okay.
She has got a cracked headlight, a crushed front grille. The underside of her car is crushed. She is stoned out of her mind. If she walks away, I will be surprised.
I think this is the one possibly where there
Yes.
was like a sign under the car. Like they could track what she ran into, because she's like, no, that is always when I got it off the lot, it was already seasoned. Do you mean used? No, well seasoned. Ma'am,
my
I don't
think that's right.
Now, when I talk to you even more, and I'm looking at some indicators right now, okay? I'm looking at your pupils, I'm looking at your eyes, and I think that you might be on the influence of some type of narcotic. Not alcohol, but I believe in narcotic.
I understand.
Okay? So based off of what I'm seeing so far, would you be willing to do a physical body test to dispel my suspicions that you're under the influence of?
So just so you know, this guy right here, he is player one.
Yes.
He is player one, and the guy talking right now is Officer Peabody.
Yes.
And Lady Cop is in the car right now.
And Patriot Front is doing, well,
he's
fuck all
himself.
that we like. Patriot Front is
I'm so
nowhere.
into this girl, man. She looks like my next date. Just wait till I put
looks
some
like my
handcuffs
next
on her.
ex-wife.
Any type of narcotic? You willing to do that? Okay. Do you have any injuries I need to know about? Head injuries?
I just keep watching her shirt, expecting it to fly up, and I'm serious. It looks like there's boxing gloves, and they're just coming off of her breastages. I just keep expecting it to flop up.
I
and
just
you go,
want to see really. I mean, is that a basic B, just a butterfly? Is that what we got?
That would be hilarious. She has a butterfly that goes across her boobs.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what it is. Because
it's the moth from Silence of the Lambs.
That would be awesome. That actually would get her like at least 6 A points for almost adulting.
Almost. Yeah, it's a butterfly, and it doesn't go up to her breastages.
And it's basic, and it's bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's not so much a butterfly as a Rorschach.
Injuries.
Yeah, it doesn't go up very far either. It only goes up to like her the bottom of her rib cage, so it's not like right there in the center, like that spot right there.
Why would you get your sternum tattooed? In case they need to know where to give you CPR?
Yeah, like inject here for the
Have you seen Pulp Fiction? Okay, if anything happens between the left and right antenna is exactly where you're going to need to place this needle.
Yeah.
Have you had any previous concussions?
Not that I medically seek attention for, yes.
Not that you medically seek attention for, yes?
Ma'am, even when speaking, one can use a comma. It's called a pause. And you would say, but the way you structured that entire sentence was ass backwards or bass backwards. You would have said, yes, but I did not seek medical attention for them. So you self-diagnosed because you are a neurosurgeon.
Yes.
Straight to the Mayo Clinic. You self-diagnosed concussions.
You know, and if you were even cognizant at this point in time, you'd say, well, I fell down right before I got in my car, officer.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I always say, look, no one knows what CRPS is. Hell, even the doctors don't know.
Right.
So half the time when I'm just being weird, I'm like, look, I don't even know what CRPS. And Mr. Mo's like, you were always weird. It's like, shut up.
Shh.
I was like, but I snuck in that I was a theater kid. You didn't know about the wigs.
I mean, medical-wise, might have had a concussion, never went to the hospital.
Have you ever had a concussion within the past, let's say, 10, 24 hours?
Ma'am, he's throwing you a bone.
Yeah.
Say yes.
All she has to say is, well, you know, my boyfriend this morning was getting me from behind and might have hit my head into the headboard a few times. And, well, I'm not sure if I was concussed, but, man, my ass hurts like crazy.
10, 24 hours.
I might have fallen down and I can't get up.
All I'm seeing in her head is that meme of Julia Roberts doing all the math.
Yes. Yes, and all I'm seeing in her head is that
touchdown. Paper unbreaded.
That's it. That's all I see. She's trying to do mathages.
The hamster just fell off the wheel into the shavings. The little hamster that's running the wheel in her head.
Just fell into the hot pocket.
Yeah. Well, no. She's not Richard Gere.
She's gonna dance.
She can dance if she wants to.
She can leave everything behind, all her mind and all her friends, because she ain't got no behind. Oh.
Oh, she would look so freaky if she danced. Ma'am, I hope you got help.
Spread your legs for me. Face the card. Spread your legs.
Here it comes.
Spread your legs.
It's coming. She attempts to fight
Who
the
is
popo.
gonna lose their who's gonna lose their shit with this chick first?
All right. Let's see what our poll says. Our poll is saying Lady Cop takes her out by a large percentage. Player 1, 19%. Officer Peabody, 14%. And along with Patriot Front, 14%. All right. Let's see what we've got. Here we go.
I'm looking for retro. Ooh, damn, girl. Touching me up.
Down. I said face down.
Oh my god, she is wearing a bra. Why the hell didn't you hide the zany bars in there?
She might have been.
She's straight. She's
It's
all on camera.
Get off all my shit, bro. I mean, you guys are gonna steal my lavender?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she just say Waman Nook?
It was Lady Cop. Lady Cop was the one that had to rough her up.
I know, but Tizzy did.
Oh, you want to choke me?
Oh, she's employing her freakishly long limbs.
Do you want to choke me?
Got a pokey. Oh no, not feet pictures. Get away from them.
You want to choke me?
That look of satisfaction on her face right there.
God.
That is the look of satisfaction. Just like, yeah, I didn't like that skinny bitch anyway.
You know, the restraint that she showed, because I think the first time she would have tried to walk to her car one more again after I told her 2 times, which is usually my general limit with adults.
The shock collar comes out.
Given her, I would be afraid of shocking her. So I think I just take one freakishly long limb and do the hammer toss. Y'all have seen Matilda. We're going to go around. I want to see if I can get some hang time. I'm pretty sure I could have. It was a windy day.
It was a windy day.
Someone sees that and they're like, take her to the big leagues.
Oh my God. I'm just looking at this officer's face. He's just got that grin of oh, that was so pleasurable.
That is your thumbnail for tomorrow. That is the look of satisfaction when you get to a Friday. Well, no, I
thought they said they had it.
Huh?
What does Patriot Front do in these stops?
Well, you know, he's got a couple of kernels that he's got to pick out, and you know, he's like, well, if I touch her, I I might enjoy it a little just too much, you know, because, well, she's my kind of speed, sort of crazy, and I can fix her.
She's got that crazy dead-eyed stare that I just find real attractive.
Last time one of you guys took me to the mental hospital, my
And there it is, folks. And there it is. Well, we seem to have a frequent flyer here.
Oh my God, I'm going to hear that again. I'm sorry. That was just too funny.
I'm sure they were looking real hard, ma'am. They probably were like, it's like when they play hide and seek with a kid and you give them a whole lot of extra time. Like, you're just a great hider. Her parents
you're so
knew, knew the whole damn time, and they're just like, maybe she'll come back fixed.
Yeah, it's like, no, she's a really great hider. Is she sitting there with a lampshade on her head, standing there?
My
Oh, I
parents say
can't
I'm
find
great
her
at
anywhere. I can't find her anywhere. She's so special.
I thought they said they had it.
Huh?
I'll get it.
My grandparents' phone number because last time one of you guys took me to the mental hospital, my grandparents could not find me for weeks!
She just sounds so sane, Shizzy. I mean, she sounds logical and is making reasoned arguments, and I find her compelling.
She said last time you took me to the mental hospital, my grandparents couldn't find me for weeks. Maybe they weren't looking. They were just like, maybe she left for good.
Your grandparents were just enjoying the first moments of peace they had.
I'm just imagining her grandparents grandpa going, Ma, she's in the mental hospital. Well, Pa, I think we'll just let her sit there for a while. Well, Ma, if we let her sit there for a while, what are we gonna do whenever she gets out? Well, Pa, we'll just tell her we just couldn't find her. Well, Ma, that sounds like a great idea. What do you say we go to Cancun? Sounds really good.
Oh, see, in my headcanon, Pa would have said, you want to put on some Merle Haggard. We get out some Walker Tennessee. We get out some, some Tennessee whiskey. We remember the old days. Maybe put on some June Carter and Johnny Cash. You want to go square dancing?
I'm going to Jackson.
Oh, yeah. But as they're driving off, they do the urban cowboy thing where they put their airbrushed vanity plates up. Ma and Pa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can tell my mother subjected me to those movies a lot.
I know. Damn right. That's the night the lights went out in Georgia.
Who would have thought that, oh gosh, Thelma, no, not Thelma and Louise, Shirley and my brain is farting. Laverne and Shirley, who'd have thought she had that kind of voice? And she does the kind of Johnny Cash talking a song thing, but it's really compelling.
Right.
And I love Reba. I mean, in Reba we trust. But I mean, I'm not a redhead for no reason. I could have chosen many colors. But it is a really interesting song. I don't know where I was going with that.
Doesn't matter.
I was about to say, I was like, tangent done.
Yeah, they're just like, grandparents are like, yeah, we weren't looking for you, sweetheart.
Officers were like, oh, you're going to be okay. You're going to say this is wrong. But all you guys do is lie.
I just keep saying, you have the right to remain silent. Please exercise it. I will be using all this against you.
Yeah. Man, I can still hear her screaming. I can still hear her.
Shivless and Brady.
Jeez.
Oh my god, I love this. This is the kind of fun work relationship where you know you have just sent your buddy off to deal with this shit.
Job choice. It is not a matter. It is not a privilege. You chose to be a car. What are you gonna do to my car? What are you gonna do to my car? What are you gonna do to my car? You know what? Everything is gonna be fine. I'm gonna get bailed out. And girl.
Wow, she goes through the stages of grief really
Good
quick.
2 weeks. Dip out this motherfucking place, bro. I can't wait. So genuinely, thank you. Thank you for letting me finally
thank you,
be
Paula
free
Carpenter.
and giving me such BS of capitalism to the point where I'm just like, wow. Nothing really gives a fuck. Cops
Can
don't
you
give
point on a doll where the capitalism hurt this girl? Because I've been watching this entire story and I have not seen capitalism come in and like do a drive-by mugging. So I'm confused.
No, well, capitalism, that's what keeps her from getting to the dispensary.
She realizes the dispensary works on capitalism, right?
No, they're there to help, man.
Okay, just as long as we're all understanding the basic concepts. I'm sure she has a total grip on reality too.
Yes.
nobody but to meet their quotas, and they pick and choose when they want to be nice. But like at the end of the day, whole ass.
Over here.
Oh, you're gonna tie me down, sir?
Oh, she looks a whole lot crazy-eyed with those angles.
Oh, yeah.
Sir, if you want to make a couple extra ratchets on that thing, I mean, I don't think anyone would blame you.
Santa Rosa, Unit 60. Blue lives matter, bitch! It's a choice to be a cop, it's not a life!
I think she forgot to carry the denominator on that equation. Because I'm pretty sure you're human regardless of your employment choice. So it is still a life. If you disagree with the political sentiment, we can have that discussion. But please, as the late, great, and dearly missed George Carlin said, this is the English language. We all agreed on it. Let's stick with it, okay? This is the language we all agreed upon.
I love it. Mo, you're awesome.
It's just that I don't human well. So I don't understand if you're just being deliberately stupid or you're ignorant of what words you're using. And I'm trying to be kind, but you're trying my patience. So
She is. She is. Oh, the screaming.
in his buddy's laughter, he could probably hear his buddies just cracking up as he's leaving.
Yes.
I mean, what they should have done, what would have set her off beyond belief, is to send her with Lady Cop. And if I were some mean person, I'd do that. But I like Lady Cop.
Oh, if they wanted to be really mean, what they would do is just get in there and give her those SBDs with windows up. Just
Hot boxer to detox.
Oh, hot box is detox.
Methane hot box. Your Honor, we did not understand that it was cruel and unusual to make her go in Officer Smith's car after he had his wife's famous cabbage casserole. We were unaware of his gaseous nature. I'm very sorry. We apologize to the prisoner. Can you imagine the incident report?
God. Yeah, Your Honor, they were suppressing me. I couldn't breathe. It smelled like rotten cabbage and hard-boiled eggs, and I don't know what happened.
Your Honor, there was something Luciferian in that fart. I had found Jesus and lost him in the very same second. I don't even remember most of the day afterwards, but I was afraid to go near matches.
So bad. Oh, no apologies. Prove it happened. She was talking a lot of nonsense. She was rambling about something I didn't quite understand.
Oh no. If I were the chief, I knowingly do it. This is why I will never get elected as chief of anything, or I will get elected as chief of something. I'm not sure. It's a very steep dichotomy between the two while saying this, but I would, with a straight face, be able to walk over and be like, smell the car, it's terrible. And I would be able to, with a straight face, go, there is nothing. I don't smell anything. No one smells anything. What is wrong with you? Get in there. Stop lying on my officer. And then as soon as she walks in, God dang, what the hell? What were you doing? A Richard Gere thing? Do we need to have a talk about safety and animals in the workplace? What the hell is going on here? Get this man some Febreze. What the? I don't even. I don't even know if we have PPE for this. Get out of here.
Stuff's gonna stick on my uniform. My badge is all fogged up. Jeez,
this is 100% polyester, and it's done melted on my body. I have to go to the ER. Get the
Everybody, make sure that you like and subscribe to Mo. She is going to be doing her newsy news at 9 o'clock in the morning. I will be doing mine starting at 6:30 in the morning. Yes. And I'm going to send all of you fine folks over to MG. He's going to be starting up here in just a few minutes. Make sure that you give a thumbs up on your way out and give a thumbs up on your way in. Don't give him the middle finger unless he asks for it, because it's going to be a very interesting piece that MG is going to be watching tonight. I can't wait. I will see you guys over there. You have a good night. Peace, y'all.
I love a buttered biscuit.